Hello, everyone in the chat. How are we doing? Sorry for the delay. I was just sorting some stuff out. How is everyone doing? Chat, are we doing good? Right, chat. So, explain to you guys today. There's a court hearing happening, right? We're gonna show up in the courtroom. There's a little court hearing going on of Jerry Jenkins versus State. I'm not sure. I haven't briefed myself much, so we're gonna find out a lot about this together. It's gonna be interesting. We basically got to decide the outcome on a case. So we're being a judge on a case tonight. So that's gonna be good fun. That is gonna be good fun. We're gonna load into the server. Hope everyone's doing good. How's everyone? Temperature's been better, so hope everyone's been doing a bit better today. Anyone in the European area, of course. Philip, thank you for the gifted, bro. Jesus. All right, let me get everything started. But yes, chat. I'm kind of packing up at the minute. It's a bit packed in here. Tomorrow I'm going away for the weekend. Oh shit. So I'm going to be away for 2 days, but we're taking some vlog equipment. So we should be able to do vlogs, but I'm not going to put face cam on today. I've got boxes everywhere, a bit busy at the second. But we're going to have to do, we're doing a court case tonight, and then we're probably going to swap to Frenchie afterwards. So yeah, we're doing a bit of both. Jerry Jenkins? Yeah, it's Jerry Jenkins. So, oh, see, I have a feeling State's going to win. Because I tend to have a feeling Jerry Jenkins is suing for nothing. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We let it play out. Let me get the timer going. Philip with the gifted, bro. Appreciate it. I'm gonna try and do a longer stream today. I'm gonna try and get a longer stream going today. I'd like to because I'm away. So we're gonna try and do a little bit longer stream, but this weekend tomorrow we're doing a short one early. Well, we're doing an early one. I don't think it'll be short, but it'll be early. And then, yeah, we're doing vlogs over the Monday and Tuesday. We're doing vlog streams. Who plays Jerry Jenkins? I'm not sure. I generally don't know. Okay, but we're loading in. Yeah, we have a court case. So I'm already at the courthouse on Murphy, so it's perfect. How much time left? I think there's an hour and 15 minutes. I'll tell you right now while we're loading. An hour and 18 minutes left, and it's going down. It's already started the timer. We're just loading in. It's French weekend. Yeah, as I kind of mentioned over the last few days, I'm going to be away on the weekend. So, it's kind of planning that. Okay. Right. Chat, let me just get my notes. So. Okay. Okay, give me a second. Okay, we're loading in. Hold on, chat. Love you, Frenchie. Appreciate it, brother. Okay. Right. Let's do this. Okay, there's a minute till we have to be in the courtroom, so we're good. We're just loading in, but yes. Give me a second, everybody. Okay, let's load in. There we go. There we go. All right, we're in chat. Just a second. Give me a second, chat. Okay, let me just start. Okay, right, we're ready, chat. Everyone ready? Are we ready, chat, for this? Let me get alerts on. Sorry, chat. I'm a bit last second here because I'm a bit busy. All right, chat, we're here. We're ready to go. I'm just going to turn off the face cam. There you go. Right, let's get going.
Not yet, dude. Not yet.
Oh, shit. I'm on the wrong job.
Ralph, Ralph, you're gonna get fired.
Why would I get fired?
Never.
Hello, hello, hello. Right, is both parties here? Where's the state? Is
The state's in the other room.
Right, can we get everyone in the room, please?
Alright,
Thank you.
let's go.
Is both parties ready?
Yes, we have one pretrial motion.
Before you start, Mark, I have something for you.
Okay, right. I'm just gonna do the opening. Hold on
Why
one
do you
second.
think I
Just a
have
minute.
these?
Yo, Philip with the gifted. What's up, David? Hold on one second. Oh, thank you very much. I'm just gonna do my opening statement. Then we can go with the pretrial. And just so we all are in agreement, and then we'll get started. All right. So today we're here for the matter of Jerry Jenkins versus State. It's regards to him challenging the legality of his arrest and the validity of the warrant issued for his arrest. That is the discussion here. We have State that's going to be arguing the validity of the reasons, and we're going to have in this case, Mr. Will, I believe. Is that correct? What's your last name?
Will Wright.
Mr. Wright, that's going to be arguing the rights of the client. Well, the plaintiff at this point. What would the pre-motion be, please?
Your Honor, defense would move to amend damages and remove the attorney's fees. After discussions amongst ourselves and with our client, Mitchell and I have decided to do this under the guise of the public defender's office. That reduces the damages to $101,000.
I understand. Regards to your fees, this is not necessarily in our folder for the demands you're making in damages. This is something you discuss with your client privately. You can add it to the files or not. This is up to you. But yes, we can. That's not a problem. I imagine State's okay with this. It's not really.
No objection from State, Your Honor.
No worries. Right. So we're going to start with opening statements from both parties. Can State please bring up their opening statement, and then we'll go for the other party.
Well, Your Honor, in this case, the State's opinion is that this is not a case of a stolen vehicle. It's a case of a stolen narrative.
I want to see
and
this.
An undeniable miscarriage of justice. Jerry Jenkins has taken it upon himself through his legal representation to leap past the point of arguing his innocence and instead leap off the deep end to seek financial gain through a suit against the state, acting as the plaintiff instead of as the defendant. Never came to court to argue his innocence. Instead of pursuing justice, it feels to the state that he is pursuing a paycheck. This is only the first in what will be a well-established pattern of behavior by Mr. Jenkins. I'm owed everything. The evidence will show a highly established repeating pattern of behavior. The plaintiff commits a crime using his vehicle, changes his disguise to evade facial recognition, and then either right before or immediately after fleeing from law enforcement, attempts to fabricate an alibi by claiming his car was stolen. The defense will try to isolate these events, but the law requires all of us to look at the totality of circumstances. On the day of the incident, despite his daily disguise change, multiple officers who know the suspect intimately recognized him, unaltered, through the way that he spoke and through the vehicle that he used in the commission of the crime. They physically witnessed him get into the driver's seat of said vehicle and flee. When the plaintiff realized he had a chance of being caught, either prior or after, he didn't call 911 like an innocent citizen and like he had been explicitly instructed to do in the past by the Los Santos Police Department. Instead, he claims that he attempted to call an officer's personal cell phone to construct a dark, unrecorded alibi. We will prove that the probable cause for the warrant was robust and that the arrest was entirely lawful, and his claims of financial loss are purely speculative. We ask that you find entirely for the Los Santos Police Department.
Okay. Is that the end of your statement?
That is the end of my opening statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fox. Right, Mr. Wright, let's go ahead of yours.
Your Honor, the state has a car, not a culprit. And before anything else, I want to remind everyone here that my client doesn't have to prove he's innocent. Jerry doesn't have to prove anything. The state has to prove, beyond a reasonable doubt, that Jerry Jenkins robbed that bank on the 11th. Not his car, not someone else in his car, him. And here's everything they have. A car. No face, no description, no witness who saw Jerry Jenkins do anything. A car registered to him.
Okay.
And I don't believe I have to say this, but a car is not a person. Identifying a vehicle is not identifying a suspect. And we will look at the state's own photo of the crime scene. The suspects are masked and hooded. No one could have identified the driver as Jerry, and no one did. They identified a car, not a face, because the faces were covered. And that car, my client testified under oath that it was stolen and that he reported it to LSPD on the afternoon of the 11th, hours before this robbery ever happened. The state won't produce a single record to contradict that. And here's the thing. Their own report from the following day is titled Stolen Again. Again. That word only makes sense if the car had already been stolen before, exactly as my client testified. So the state cannot tell you, beyond a reasonable doubt, that it was Jerry behind the wheel of a car he says was stolen. And the officers themselves knew how thin this was. In their own words, on their own body cams, they called the warrant god-awful. The man who wrote the warrant admitted that the only thing he had was the car, and that the detective who ordered it never even checked whether the car had been reported stolen after he identified the car. He assumed. He assumed Jerry was driving. He assumed it wasn't stolen, and he issued a warrant on those assumptions. Assumptions are not probable cause. Assumptions are not proof. By the end of this, you will see that the state has a car and a guess, and those are not proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are the very essence of reasonable doubt itself, because after all, a car is not a culprit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right. Right. State, please go ahead. Present your case. I would like to know your exact reasons on the warrant, your evidence, probable cause. If you can bring all this forward. I don't hear you if you're speaking. Yes, I can put my hands up as well.
My apologies, Your Honor. My hands were stuck.
No worries. Mine get stuck every now and then too if I'm with certain people.
Yeah, fair enough. Your Honor, the basis for the warrant originally was the fact that we did not have any report from earlier in the day that was claimed to have been placed by Mr. Jenkins that the vehicle was stolen. Then we were told to look for the report that was supposed to have been supposedly filed privately over a private phone line with a police officer to indicate that the vehicle had been stolen. There was no report filed in our MDT.
Oh, that's big.
There was no record of a phone call and has not been presented in evidence by the plaintiff.
That's big.
And so we found no probable cause
I'm
to
writing this
actually
down,
initiate
chat. I'm
that
writing
the
this
vehicle
down.
had been stolen. Further than that,
they had
we
no
have
reason
the
to
fact
know.
that the plaintiff has been found on multiple occasions to report his vehicle stolen immediately before or immediately after the commission of a crime.
Objection.
With the
evidence not in scope. There's been no evidence submitted. Jerry Jenkins has reported his vehicle was stolen.
I'm going to overrule it simply by the fact that in your opening statement you claimed that there was evidence that he reported hours prior to the event, and apparently the the state is arguing that there is no documented evidence of this. However, your opening statement claimed there was. So I'm going to overrule it.
To the fact that there is a historical pattern of him doing this.
What is okay? Can you just repeat exactly what you're objecting?
My objection is that there has been no evidence entered that states that there is a historical pattern of Mr. Jenkins calling his car in stolen and then committing crimes in it.
State, did I just hear you say there is evidence of this?
Yeah, it was put in State's Discovery.
Can I get the exact upload time so I can look at the evidence, please? Give me a date. Can you respond to it, if you know what I mean, to just pin me so I can look at the evidence you're providing regards to his objection?
Just been done there, Your Honor.
And I would point out that the stolen vehicle report they entered was on the evening of 6/12.
Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you. Do you mind just please trying to get the mic on if you don't mind? Turn it off and on if you're not sure.
I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good, brother. You're good.
I would point out that the stolen vehicle report they entered was from the evening of 6/12, and the additional bank robbery that they entered is from the evening of 6/13, a full 24 hours later.
Understand. However, the state here provide multiple different cases regards to him claiming his vehicles were stolen. So, just regards to that, I will overrule the objection, all right? Mr. Wright?
Would you be able to ping me on the multiple? I apologize.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Continue.
1 second.
So
612. Oh, hold on. Sorry, my dates was wrong on that. 1 second. You say there's multiple state. This is a question for you. You say there's pattern of multiple instances of him reporting it stolen. I only see one instance of the 12th and the 13th here. I'm just regards to you guys saying there's a pattern. Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
It's one of those things that I could speak to personally, Your Honor. I was asked for my testimony in regards to the plaintiff and the situation that had occurred on the night of the 11th. And the fact of the matter is that since returning to the state of San Andreas, I have personally been witness to Mr. Jenkins reporting his vehicle stolen and then committing a crime, or committing a crime and then reporting his vehicle stolen immediately after losing the police department in his escape attempts. I've witnessed this at least half a dozen times from Mr. Jenkins.
You all understand everyone in this room is under oath?
I do, Your Honor.
Right. Mr. Wright, just regards in this instance, obviously officer testimony is taken in consideration. Obviously we won't use it necessarily as evidence, but I will overrule the objection, all right?
Fair.
Just I find that there is, regards to the claims of the state and you guys, I believe there's grounds regards to pattern. So I'm going to overrule your objection that there is no grounds on it.
Fair.
If we may continue, state. If not, we can pass it over to the plaintiff.
Well, after reviewing the evidence myself, Your Honor, as a member of the leadership team that takes care of issues when it comes to the police department, preparing for court cases, so on and so forth, after reviewing officer body camera footage of officers inside of the bank who could hear what we believe to be
objection,
Mr. Jenkins,
that body cam was not submitted into evidence.
Was it not?
If I can get informed if it is. If not, it will be overruled. Sorry, and sustained on the objection.
Give me a moment.
No worries. Just inform me of the document you're... I'd like to know what body cam in particular you're referring to regards to discovery. Obviously, just a reminder to the courtroom, anything we're talking about here has to be filed in discovery. Obviously, when it comes to testimony, I'm fine hearing it. However, if you're stating references to body cam, to documents, reports, anything forward of this regards, it needs to be documented in discovery. If not, it will not be valid in the court. Just making sure we're all on the same page there. Right, then I'm going to sustain his objection. Can we move on to a different evidence, please? Right. He's slipping. Not good for Fox. If you want, we can move on to the plaintiff for a few minutes here if you want to.
For the time being, Your Honor.
Are you guys requesting a recess? You guys okay?
No? Go ahead, Your Honor.
Right, plaintiff, you've got 2 minutes to argue your case. We'll give the state a minute or two to just clear their heads while you're making your case.
Your Honor, the defense has a few pieces of evidence to enter, and I'll briefly take each one in turn before we call witnesses. Okay. Exhibit A, the 612 stolen again report.
Just hold on.
This is
a second.
Point of order, Your Honor.
Quick question. Just regards to when we're talking about evidence, particular document, if you don't mind just, pinging me, if that makes sense, regards to the evidence you're just discussing. Yep. Just so I'm on the exact same page and I'm not looking around wasting time. And then, yes, 1 second, Fox. I'm just going to make sure we're on the page and then we can keep going. What they believe is irrelevant? No, testimony of an officer is relevant.
Done.
Okay.
This is a report filed by my client the very next day titled Stolen Again. That word again only makes sense if the car had already been reported stolen once before, exactly as my client testified to a theft on the afternoon of the 11th. The state's own records are corroborating that there was an earlier theft. I'm going to ping you one more time.
Okay.
If I may, Your Honor, my point of order is something that might preface this situation.
Yes, go ahead.
Before Mr. Wright continues, he's referred to his side as the defense. This has been the issue of lack of clarity from the beginning. Are we being sued or are we defending our case against
you
Mr.
are the
Jenkins?
plaintiff, Mr. Wright. You're arguing the validity
our suing for reasons was that we were
Yes.
disputing the charges stemming from his arrest and pleading not guilty.
Yeah, you're going against his arrest, so you're the plaintiff. Just so we have the, not confusing the state here. You guys are.
Thank you for clarifying.
No worries, you're okay. I mean, regardless, it doesn't change much. That's just terms. Okay, is this the questions you were interviewed, Mr. Jenkins, correct?
Yeah, so this is Jerry's sworn deposition, Plaintiff's Exhibit B. My client testified under oath that he reported his car stolen on the afternoon of the 11th before the robbery. The state has produced no record rebutting that, and their own confirmed report from the 12th is titled Stolen Again, which only makes sense if there was a theft before it, exactly as Mr. Jenkins testified. Next page. Plaintiff's Exhibit C, the warrant. This is the warrant. Read the probable cause. The car was confirmed, and from the car, identity was assumed. This is the state's entire documented theory of who did this. The car is Jerry's, so Jerry did it. That's an assumption, not evidence. Next page.
Okay. I can't really show you this, guys, right now, but yes, the evidence is showing that basically they're accusing Jerry instantly that he robbed the bank because it was his car.
Plaintiff's Exhibit D. Detective Fox's body cam, 1 hour and 4 minutes to 1 hour 11 minutes. This is Detective Fox's view from arriving on scene to the ordering of the warrant. In his own words, he asked for the charges because that car is still registered to him and has not been reported and confirmed as stolen. So the state's whole basis for the warrant for who did this is the car.
Yes,
plus a stolen
I don't
status,
give enough
he
love
did not
to Twitch,
personally
Jesse.
check on body cam.
Okay.
Next ping.
All right. Interesting.
Objection, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
In Detective Fox's body cam, you can quite clearly hear another officer on scene, Officer Ben Merricker, positively identify Jerry upon the basis of hearing his unaltered voice speaking inside of the bank, in coordination with the same car being on scene.
What timestamp?
It'll
if you can just give it.
It'll be when Fox arrives on scene and asks for the update on the situation.
Can you give me the timestamp again, real quick, if you don't mind?
Yeah, just let me quickly grab it.
No worries. I just want to make sure I'm looking at this as well. So you're just claiming.
I'll withdraw until we can get that sorted out.
I understand. Your probable cause here, just to get this on my side confirmed, is the vehicle and the voice, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood. Okay. I just want to confirm the timestamp.
And
so
the warrant never states the voice, only the vehicle.
Understandable.
Next page.
Hold on. I just want to see the timestamp of this, right, Mr. Wright? For the regards to the claim of the voice. Oh, if Jerry talked without a voice changer and it's his vehicle, that's pretty damning. No, he's a good lawyer, Arkwalde. This is a different lawyer. He's a good lawyer, Arkwalde. This guy's different. He's good, but Jerry's a shit criminal. That's the problem. Yeah, this is my judge character. You okay there, State? You guys okay?
Yes, Your Honor. I thought that you were reviewing something.
I was just waiting for the timestamp. I wasn't giving it yet.
I'm trying to grab the timestamp.
No worries, man. Just like you can even just tell me the hour and like the whatever you found it being said.
It'll be from 1:04 onwards when Fox gets out of his vehicle and starts discussing with the officers.
As soon as you get out of the vehicle, I just want to hear the moment says Jerry, like someone says Jerry Jenkins, the voice.
That's what I'm actively looking for.
Okay.
The exact minute for you.
I understand. Right. I'll give you another 1 minute. Okay. Just if not, we're gonna taking a bit long here. Again, these are kind of reviews, just regards to this in the future. These are notes you want to take prior to the hearing, just so we're aware in regards to anything that why you're pinpointing Jerry, why you're defending Jerry's, why you're plaintiff towards the PD in regards to the way they proceeded and onwards. Just in the middle of the courtroom, finding the timestamp, not the ideal moment. No, this guy's good. If he forgot his voice changer and it's his car, it's pretty bad. If you don't find it, I have a proposition, is that we keep going and we'll have a recess in a few minutes and then you can have the time to find the exact timestamp and we can bring it up afterwards.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to request a quick recess.
Okay, we'll just take a note to when we have a recess to find the timestamp, okay? Because I do very much want to hear this, as it would be very much key evidence regards to this hearing. So I just want to make sure that is indeed provided, as the body cam is there.
That works for us, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all happy with that? All right, let's continue. Plaintiff, please go ahead.
Plaintiff's Exhibit E, Officer Toby Brown's body cam. I just pinged you. 5 hours and 28 minutes through 5 hours and 40 minutes. This is the officers discussing the warrant amongst themselves at MRPD. You'll hear them call it a god-awful warrant, and you'll hear the man who wrote it say, "I didn't have anything else to go off of. The only thing there was his car." The officers themselves admitting there was no evidence identifying Jerry, only the vehicle.
Ooh.
Next will be Exhibit F, Officer Ian Trix's cell body cam. 1 moment for the ping.
Ooh. Okay. So they said they only had the car's evidence for the warrant. However, Fox's our guy
this is
here.
Ian Trix's body cam, confirming the above from Officer Toby Brown's body cam in the author's own voice. The only thing there was his car. I didn't have anything else to go off of. And then the final piece of evidence. 1 moment for the ping.
Okay, that's good. The problem is, if the police's argument is true that they heard him speak and the voice matches and the car matches, I'd say there is sustainable evidence.
This is Plaintiff's Exhibit G, a crime scene photo. This is the state's own photograph of the suspects. Look at them. Masked, hooded, faces covered. Whoever robbed that bank made sure they couldn't be identified. So when the state says they connected this to my client, understand what they could not have done. They couldn't identify a face. There wasn't one to see.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, state, please take it on. Anything else you'd like to add before we get a recess for you guys to double check your evidence and we have a...
Yes, Your Honor. To begin with, Officer Toby Brown wouldn't be able to recognize the details of the warrant because it wasn't an officer present for the crime when it had occurred. In addition to that fact, Officer Toby Brown specifically referenced communicating with senior command to confirm the validity of the warrant prior to enforcing it. He actually went through his chain of command to make sure that the warrant was in fact enforceable and that the evidence containing probable cause existed prior to doing so.
Your Honor, all of the quotes are from Officer Jorge Ball and Officer Ian Trix. They were just captured on Toby's body cam. Both Officer Trix and Officer Ball were both present on the scene, and Officer Trix was the one who wrote the warrant under Fox's direction.
That is correct, Your Honor. However, he did so under my direction after he was aware of the fact that the probable cause existed. I wouldn't issue an order to file a warrant for someone's arrest without probable cause to enact the arrest.
And your probable cause here is claiming not just the vehicle, but notably that you heard the potential suspect sounding like Jerry Jenkins on top of the vehicle, correct?
I am not the individual who heard the voice of the plaintiff, but one of my officers who was present on scene did,
okay,
and
well,
as we will show you when we have the time.
I understand that. What is your probable cause?
My probable cause is the fact that I was informed by an officer who had identified both the vehicle and the voice of the suspect through his familiarity with the suspect that it was, in fact, Jerry Jenkins.
Your Honor, that would have been nice to be included in the probable cause of the warrant itself.
Understandable. I will say there is a lack of documentation on that regards to your warrant in itself, Mr. Fox. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get a 5-minute recess. If you're all happy with that, would you like a 5 or 10-minute plaintiff to state? What would you prefer? Both parties here.
Whatever works for the state.
State, what would you like, 5 or 10?
Let's do 10, please.
Right, okay. We're going to take a 10-minute recess. State, please double check your evidence regards to your probable cause. I will, however, immediately say, yes, your warrant is lackluster regards to your probable cause. You are telling me that the body cam has evidence that's not written anywhere. I can understand this being evidence. However, it does need to be written down. I'll give you 10 minutes to go through your evidence and find your probable cause correctly. And we'll discuss it again. Right, we have a 10-minute recess from now. Everyone be back at 05 of the hour. Upcoming. Thank you very much. Come back soon. Shit. Okay. So my problem with them here is their evidence, their warrant is shit. It doesn't say anything about voice. But if the body cam, you hear him speak. So I saw somebody talking in chat about voice ID. I have something to say about that. Voice ID isn't allowed alone. Now, there's a big key factor here. Alone. That's a big keyword. Voice ID has to have multiple things linked. So if you have voice ID in an outfit, you know that's a person. You have voice ID and the same car that person owns, you can assume, you're allowed to assume that's the individual. That is absolutely usable. However, regards to voice ID is, if their body cam says, yeah, that sounds like Jerry and it's his car, they have probable cause to issue a warrant. Yes, RP-wise, you would be able to. I hope that clarifies it a little bit, chat. What's up, Rodney? You good?
Yeah, doing all right. Besides some people asking about that audit,
I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm probably gonna issue announcement about it. I'll be honest. There's nothing. Is there large sums of money moving around? Correct. Yes. However, none of it is beyond the threshold, let's say, of problematic for the government, regards to DOJ. There's been no transactions like $20 million that have vanished from the bank account. This is simply untrue. I've done my research on it. The money has been moved around in state affairs.
Yeah,
it's just hearsay from each party.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, there was recent allegations of embezzlement at the dealerships.
That's untrue.
They took money out and was buying cars.
You want to know why?
For themselves. But yeah, go ahead.
One thing, I'll be honest, they're allowed to buy cars themselves if they wish. However, yes, if they're exporting money from it and using that money to buy the cars to keep it themselves, yes, it'd be questionable. However, it isn't exactly what's happening. They are ordering cars and then they're paying it out of their own money. The city is richer than it's ever been, even since Wolfenstein. There's $27 million of financial... there's $27 million cash in the treasury. Actively.
Okay, good.
Not including assets. They have been severely investing in dealerships. They've been investing in real estate. They've been investing in farming projects, and they're very on a financial viable position right now. I've tried looking into extractions. Yes, there's been very large paychecks. However, none of it is questionable to the point where it's like you're putting the city in ruin. So the audit will come back that there is no, like, again, people being unhappy is one thing. If they're not doing anything illegal, again, people voted for them. Right? If you're not happy with them after you voted for them, that's on them. That's not, they're not doing anything wrong per se. You can't go after them because I'm not happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what they were going after them for.
Yeah, they're not happy.
They were worried about them. They were unhappy and they were worried about embezzlement.
No, the financials of the state, the treasury currently has nearly $30 million in the account. The city's doing financially very okay. I know they're actively working on projects. They're using the money. Currently, the audit didn't show any embezzlement. Now, again, they do pay themselves however they wish, technically. Has there been sums? Yes, there has, but none of it has been larger than certain other governments have done. So there's the audit's going to come back like it's clean. It's okay. Everything's fine. The money's being used correctly.
All right, good. And then the only other thing is, which all of state, except for Harry, have been noticing a squabble between the directors, and one of the directors of
yes,
EMS
this is known. This is known and it's being addressed.
Yeah. As well, one of them wants to also talk to you because
one of the directors want to talk to me.
Yes, Mr. Smithy
wants to talk to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Because apparently the other director's activity is still not where it belongs.
Yeah, I mean you're the one sitting next to Macklemore.
Okay. So the director rather come to me than the mayor or the other director?
Well, it's hard to get a hold of the mayor. That's the problem.
Okay. Well, I'll maybe have a word with him after. We'll see. We'll see. I'll have a word, but it's just a bit odd.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told him. I said if you can't get a hold of the mayor's team,
then it's talk to your director. I mean, just talk to them. There's again, I can understand people being busy, like not necessarily active. It's a problem, but has they asked why? Has Smithy asked the other director why?
Apparently, it's been something they've discussed multiple times, and improvements were suggested at being made and didn't happen.
Well,
that is what I've gotten.
Maybe I'll have a word. Okay, no worries. Anything else? Are we good?
No, I think that's just about everything. To be honest, I don't think we had anything else to worry about.
No worries. I'll be honest. There's one thing about this case right now. I'm hearing. I'm not very happy about the warrant of the police. I think they're bringing up evidence as the probable cause that's not written anywhere besides verbally on a body cam.
That is a problem, yes.
However, I'm waiting to see the evidence. But yeah, I don't really like that. That's all. But you know, it's not necessarily it's valid grounds to drop the case. But I'll see what's said if there's anything else. But just looking at everything so far, that's all. I just wanted to see your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. It on top, that warrant was definitely not professional in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
And at the same time, it kind of feels like we're kind of like throwing snowballs back and forth, if you will.
What do you mean?
Like they're trying to defend the warrant, you know, and then the lawyer on the opposite side is also making a very valid point, but you know, at the same time, like you said, it's not detailed like it should be. So it's like throwing snowballs at each other. Wait until something sticks.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a bit odd, but yeah, I'll bring it up anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Like I said, everything should be pretty good. We haven't had too many problems.
It's a pretty straightforward case, I'll be honest. It's nothing bad.
Yeah.
Besides that, you know.
Yeah.
I will say Mr. Wright seems to be a very good lawyer.
Yes, he definitely is. I will say there's been more evidence in this case than any of the cases I've handled, but everybody's starting to get a little bit better about evidence. Of course, in this case, some of the evidence got lost and wasn't submitted.
Yeah.
But
okay. All right, so I'm just making up my mind on the current evidence.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
If you need me, I'll be out here.
No worries, guy. Okay. Okay. I have a few questions I want to ask the state regards to this case. The PD get off every time again? Bro, again, if the PD are right, the PD are right. What the fuck do you mean? Again, if it was Jerry, it was his voice, it was his car. They got him. It's not just the car. If it was just the car, yeah, I would have probably questioned it, but there's more than just a car. There's a bit more than that. Hey, I'm naming my new turtle French. Any opinions? You're naming your turtle French? What the hell? Don't tell me he flips upside down a lot, Zoe. Okay? As long as he doesn't flip upside down a lot. Wait, so the current gov can pay wage out of government funds? Yes. Drop car and house prices and friends and buy cheap cars. Let's make it more money. Not exactly, Ronan. Well, again, what they're doing, they're buying car of their own money. They're not like doing anything wrong. They've dropped the prices. They dropped wages a little bit because the government was pumping out too much money. To give you guys an idea, the government was way too draining. Like the money was draining out too fast. So they slowed it down a little bit. Right, you're getting muted, brother. Enjoy. Yeah, does that make sense? But the whole thing is like, oh yeah, PDR just getting the win. It's a court thing. If they're right, they're right. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't matter. My questions is that they didn't add it to the thing. No record written is, you know. Does this sound like a good government? Bro, there's loads of money in the government. Again, you're looking at this very oddly, Ronan. It doesn't work like that. If people could refund cars constantly, people wouldn't give a fuck and they'd just be pumping out money. It would be terrible. I think it's fine that the people can't really refund cars often. It keeps the market going. I'm against being able to resell cars back to dealer anyway, personally. That's my own opinion. If there's no voice on the warrant, it can't be valid for PC. Yes, if their body cam had the warrant would be questionable, but the arrest isn't, because if they arrested him based on the fact that they heard him and know it was his car, there's valid grounds to arrest. However, I'd probably be on the thing of giving fees to PD, regards to the fact that their warrant had no detail of the voice. They only had one evidence. Again, probable cause needs more than 1 point, and they only had one. So I'm probably going to fine the PD because of that. That's my only thing. I think we're going to fine the PD because they didn't write down the voice. They only wrote down about the fucking car, which I have a problem with. You know what I mean? I have a problem with. RP-wise, obviously. I don't really care, but yeah, I have a problem with the fact they didn't write down the voice. They only wrote down about, even the Mr. Wright was saying it, the lawyer there, guy, whatever his name is, was saying it, I think is a problem. Besides that, right, I'm good. I'm gonna go back.
Here you go,
Nice.
Murphy.
Yeah, what's up?
I was just informed by Mr. Jenkins's lawyer that if you end up ruling against him, he's going to rush the stage. So I've informed.
Did you tell me he threatened me? Excuse me, just 1 second.
Yeah, he's told. Yep.
Mr. Wright, do you want to confirm that your client has just threatened a judge? I just want to say this right now because I would like to hear it from your client. What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
I'm just making sure. Okay, is everyone ready? Are we good to continue?
Plaintiff's ready.
Plaintiff's ready. State.
With respect, Your Honor, Fox has head popped.
No worries, we can wait for him to pop back. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Give it a second.
Also, furthermore, just based on the result of the objection previously, I'd misheard Officer Merrick on Fox's body cam due to background noise. However, based upon the objection, I would like to submit that an Officer Jeffrey did in fact identify the same exact car being used on multiple crimes previously in the day, with no reported of it being stolen by Mr. Jenkins.
I have a question for you in that case. Did any of those prior crimes that took place with the vehicle was Mr. Jenkins ID'd?
That's what I'm busy trying to ascertain now, Jon. I was just trying to correct you.
Can we hold off?
I would say that none of that was submitted into discovery.
I understand it. Can we hold off talking on the bar then in this case until everyone's ready and you've got your documents in order?
Yep.
I will say it's a bit windy back and forth here regards to your the state's claims. If you know what I mean.
I understand.
I'm hearing evidence that there is, then there isn't, then there is, then there isn't. It's not very good. Anyway, we'll wait for Mr. Fox. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
Maybe for the people sitting behind you, Nate.
Oh, that's not good. Mr. Fox. All right. I'd like the state to provide a statement regards to their evidence and their probable cause in the warrant. Now that they've revised their evidence, and depending on their answers, I'll have a few questions. And if obviously plaintiffs have anything to say or anything to object, go ahead. Regards to the things you've told me in the first half of this court hearing. Are you ready? Oh. You okay? You sound a bit rough there.
Yeah, I'm just letting them know.
No worries, no worries.
Quickly, I'm giving you the updated timestamp, Your Honor, in the discovery.
The timestamp of what exactly?
Of when the officer identifies the vehicle as being used previously in the day with no reported of the theft.
I understand that, but
which the plaintiffs have claimed that Mr. Jenkins reported his vehicle stolen prior to this robbery occurring.
Anything to say, plaintiff?
We fully agree that they identified his vehicle and that Mr. Jenkins says he reported his vehicle stolen earlier in the day.
Okay. Would you like to continue, or do you want to wait for Fox State?
I'll just wait until Fox sorts out.
No worries, we'll give it a minute, man.
Voice box, yeah. I'll still give you that updated timestamp, though, Your Honor.
Yes, if you can. I want to just double check this. Yeah, if he actively threatened a judge, I would have definitely fucking mistrialed. I'm also just going to make this quickly... sorry, do you hear me? Yeah, with regards to Mr. Wright, you and your client, I'm just going to make this aware right now. I just want to make sure, regards to things I've heard, it's hearsay at the minute, but if your client wants to misbehave after hearing or whatever, just make sure this doesn't turn into a mistrial, okay? We don't want that to happen. So just make sure your client's in order.
I will make that clear to him.
I'm pretty sure the last hearing turned pretty bad because someone decided to assault a judge.
I'll just provide you that timestamp now, Your Honor.
Perfect. Right, give me just a quick minute to review this.
Yeah, I've also given the updated objection and reference.
Mr. Wright, if you want to have a look at this as well.
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Okay, 108.25. Hold on, chat. I'm just looking at this. Is this a Fox's body cam, by the way?
Yeah, this is off Fox's body cam, Your Honor.
108.25.
Your Honor, I have no issue with acknowledging that a vehicle that was stolen by someone else was potentially used in multiple robberies.
Okay.
However, Your Honor, in the body cam, at no point does any officer at no point is any officer present reference to the fact that the vehicle had indeed been reported stolen. If it had been, it would have been made present to clear to Fox when he arrived on scene.
Do we have any documented anything, any testimony besides Mr. Jenkins' statement regards to the vehicle being reported stolen before?
We subpoenaed it from PD. In 1 second, I'll give you their response.
Mm-hmm. Is this in discovery? The response?
It is, and I will ping you on it. The response from PD was, yes, we have an internal problem with the one you are currently asking for, and we did not hear anything else past that. I did not know
State,
if an internal problem meant...
Internal problem?
Yeah, so we had the officer state... But it's a hate drop. Can I...
Are you okay?
State the hate drop? Yes, can I state the hate drop of him, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're in a courtroom, that's okay.
Yeah. So
it's kind of if it's relevant to the case, obviously.
Yeah, we asked for the body cam where the officer stated he wasn't on duty. We proved that he was on duty, and then he stated that his body cam went missing and corrupted. So
is this the officer that apparently got the call of the stolen vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do we have testimony from the officer?
He also went MIA when we needed it.
So you never got testimony if he indeed received or not the call?
We couldn't.
Okay. Anything to say about that, Mr. Wright? Anything you'd like to add about that, the statement, anything?
I mean, we requested it in good faith. They said internal problem.
Mrs. Dobby, thank you for the 10.
At that point,
Dobby!
we got a sworn statement from our client that he had reported it stolen. That's what I'd like the record to reflect.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may pose a question in regards to that.
Go ahead.
So directly to the plaintiff here. So, Mr. Wright, did your client give sworn testimony that he reported it to 911 or to the officer directly via his personal phone number?
Let me look up the answer in the deposition. Give me 1 moment.
Hold on.
Just, Your Honor, if he is reporting it directly to the officer, then I feel that we should potentially be able to look at his phone records on this case just to prove he did in fact report it to the said officer on that day.
So 2 things. First, to answer the state's question. To the best of your recollection, what day was your car stolen? Thursday. Approximately what time did you discover it stolen? Sometime in the afternoon once I got done mining. Where were you when you realized it was stolen? At the Mines by Rex's Diner. Did you report the theft to LSPD? Yes. How did you make that report? Was it in person, over the phone, or during a traffic stop? Over the phone. That's all that was said. And then in response to the state, we opened up this line of questioning and asked for this evidence during discovery. They declined to provide it. Them coming back now and asking for the officer's testimony feels a little late to the game. They had plenty of opportunity to do so.
I mean, you say what happened if an officer goes MIA and like...
I will say it's out of the scope of... I'll say it's out of the scope of control at this point. I understand the problem with the plaintiff. I will ask the question directly to Mr. Jerry here. Did you, yes or no, call this 911 directly or an officer's personal number? You feel free for Mr. Wright to respond in your behalf, for you to respond directly.
I called the police line.
You called 911.
He says he called the police line.
Okay. Anything to respond, State? Anything you'd like to ask? If you guys want to bring out anyone up to the stand for questioning, we can. This is the time. If you guys want to question Jerry, any other witness, this is the time to do so. I'm not the one necessarily supposed to be asking the questions, but regards to both the plaintiff and the defense here, I'm left with more questions than answers.
Yeah, we can't track the 911 system calls that come through the 911 system, so we can't comment on that.
No, I understand that. But would you, anything else you want to add? Bring anyone to witness? Anything you would like to ask directly to Jerry or anyone? That's in discovery or anything at all? Mentioned?
Your Honor, plaintiff would submit that we submitted a sworn deposition at the request of state so that they could hold my client accountable for any possible perjury. If there are questions outside the scope of that, I'm happy to have him take the stand. But if they're in the scope of that, I would refer to the deposition.
Not a problem. That will be up to the state. You guys want to, or are you guys okay? This is like a moment you can call him to the stand if you wish.
At the same, Your Honor, we would like to call Jerry Jenkins to the stand.
Okay, Mr. Jenkins, may you please come to the stand? Actually, no, Jenkins, stand by the microphone next to your lawyer. We'll just make this a bit more practical. Okay, do you swear to say nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Anything you say that isn't the truth may result in perjury and charges and arrest. Do you understand this?
I do.
Okay. State, go ahead. Ask your questions.
Jenkins, on the day in question when you alleged, whether true or untrue, to reported your car stolen there, it was then used in multiple robberies prior to the call being made. What was the inability to report it stolen?
Thank you so much, Dobby. Hold on. Dobby, I'll answer in a minute. I'm so sorry. I'll answer in a minute.
Stolen. As soon as I figured out it was stolen.
And Your Honor, I would like the record to reflect that in the deposition, he said he reported it stolen early in the afternoon as soon as he realized it was stolen.
Yep, I'm understanding. I'm reading it at the minute while listening to this.
And then, Mr. Jenkins, you allege you were mining. What exactly were you mining?
I was mining coal.
Thank you. Wishing Dobby a happy birthday. Love you so much.
And you state you were inside the mine when your vehicle was stolen.
Happy birthday, Dobby.
Pardon, I didn't hear you.
Mr. Dobby this time. Happy birthday.
So you allege you were inside the mine when your vehicle was stolen, yes?
Your Honor, I would ask that we refer to the deposition for this question, which was cleanly answered.
I'm just trying to ascertain where the...
I'm okay with the deposition being reiterated here, just to reflect on it. Okay, is that okay with you, Mr. Wright? If it's the same question, if he's asking the same question, I imagine Mr. Jenkins would have no problem answering the same thing.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm just making sure we're on the same page. I don't mind it being reiterated. It's not a problem. Okay. As long as we're on the same page and we're all happy with that, not a problem. All right, continue, State.
So, Mr. Jenkins, once again, you allege that you were in the mines. Were you inside the mine or outside the mine when your vehicle was stolen? Just to make it a bit more clear.
Outside the mine.
And were you within eyeshot of your vehicle?
No.
So, and how far away would you say you were from your vehicle?
But yeah, happy birthday, Dobby. Huge Dobby. You guys are awesome.
I'm not very good of measurements, so I can accurately tell you.
And Mr. Jenkins, there is a garage at the mine / quarry. Why did you not park it up there to prevent it from being stolen?
There is.
I didn't know I was obliged to use a garage there. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to park it outside the mines.
Oh no, it's understandable. Just with the amount of times your vehicle does get stolen, it would be wise to assume you would park it up to prevent it from being done. And then, when the vehicle was stolen, did you hear it being driven off or the lock being picked on it?
I did see it drive off, and that's when I reported it stolen.
And did you see the occupant who was driving it off?
No, my car has tinted windows.
Yeah, and at any point did you attempt to use the tracking software within it to give the police an updated location on the location of the vehicle?
I attempted, but it was showing like unknown location.
Oh, so that would indicate in another report that is in discovery, Your Honor, where you allege that the GPS tracker had been removed.
Pardon?
Is that a question?
I'd like to understand if that is that a statement or a question.
It was a question, Your Honor. So Mr. Jenkins alleges in a report the following day that the GPS tracking software had been removed from the vehicle. I'm asking if you believe this was the same instance in this case.
I I don't recollect making that
Leading
statement.
question. Objection leading.
I'm merely referencing Jerry's report from the following day, Your Honor.
Hold on, can you repeat the question you asked Jerry initially that was believed to be leading, please?
So I asked him, in a report he filed the following day, he claimed that his vehicle's GPS software had been removed. Does he believe this to be the same case as what happened in this situation? Based upon the fact that he stated when he tried to track it, it said unknown for the location.
I'm gonna sustain it on the objection. Ask a different question.
And how long after the vehicle being stolen did you retrieve it, Mr. Jenkins?
I believe like 4 hours later, when the GPS finally worked and it popped up around the docks.
That's a bit odd. The vehicle thing's a bit...
So there was a period of 4 hours where your GPS wasn't working, correct?
Yes.
I'll say.
And for the record, I've had this happen to me on multiple occasions.
And have you attempted to take your vehicle into any mechanic shops to get the GPS tracker repaired? With this happening on repeated occasions?
The GPS thing's a bit odd from Jerry.
Objection relevance. I don't understand what the GPS has to do with the case in question.
Sustained. I understand the relevance. Actually, would you like to state? Would you like to argue any relevance on it?
Yeah. So the relevance is, Your Honor, as Mr. Jenkins is alleging this happens on multiple occasions. Surely that is a weak enough alibi to state that he doesn't know where his car is because the GPS doesn't work, and if he does not take the steps to repair it, then ignorance is unacceptable. If he knows it doesn't work, why is he not getting it repaired?
I'll overrule the objection. Anything else? Another question? Anything?
I know, Your Honor, I would like the previous question answered, though, by Mr. Jenkins, as he did not answer.
Mr. Jenkins, please answer the question.
Honestly, it slips my mind pretty often. I'm 95 years old, I have other priorities, and I have to take care of my family.
Yeah, I don't like the GPS thing from Jerry. Any other questions, State?
Oh, if you stand by.
Sorry? I didn't hear what you said.
Sorry, I had co-counsel in my for saying.
Oh, no worries.
Your Honor.
Harry, you seem very stressed.
I'm always stressed.
That makes sense. If you all didn't know, he's wearing a wig.
He didn't take the stuff against your life lightly.
Right, State. Or what's going on?
At this time, Your Honor, we would also like to clarify Mr. Jenkins. He claims to be 95, however, official records will prove that to be false. And also, based upon the deposition, are we to believe that this was Mr. Wright's interpretation?
There's a relevance
of Jerry's events, therefore leading to best evidence rule?
The deposition was a sworn deposition answering the questions about surrounding the robbery that the state asked us to do. At the beginning of it, acting as a notary public, I swore the witness in under penalty of perjury, and then he answered the questions asked.
GPS was in discovery,
Your Honor, based upon the fact that there was no audio to the deposition, we have no way of truly knowing exactly what Mr. Jenkins said, as there was no further attempt by the plaintiff's counsel to re-record it with audio present.
Regards to a written statement with regards to your lawyer, it's the same thing as a written statement with the police. It is allowed to be into discovery, but you're allowed to question it in the courtroom itself if you wish to. Regards to its, any, like you just did, like the questions you just asked Jerry. You are allowed to ask questions upon it. Sorry?
Yeah, my co-counsel was just clarifying.
Yeah, you're like, if the police were to interview someone, let's say for a detective case, and take a written statement from somebody, that is relevant in the court. It's the same thing from a lawyer asking his client a statement. It doesn't necessarily need to be recorded visually. It can also be written down. However, yes.
And I do apologize to the court for the technical issues that we had. I will swear to the court that the written deposition is a transcript of the answers given.
I'd hope so. Anything that's here should be. Yeah, it's the same thing in regards to state. You guys have the same ability to do so. Anything under here is under oath, and you're allowed to question the document provided within discovery and in the hearing itself, as you just did. If you have any questions additionally towards it, now is the time. If not, we can move on.
Also, Your Honor, in the plaintiff's motion, they also want compensation for loss of earnings. Would Mr. Jenkins be able to confirm the last time he was clocked on at his place of employment?
Ooh.
To verify said loss of earnings.
Ooh.
Answer that question.
And his current place of occupation.
And where you
were. I believe it was about a week ago. Right now, or maybe 2 weeks. Right now, I'm trying to get rehired. As when the new owner took over, he had to fire his employees, and we had to put in new applications. So I've not been able to work the past few weeks while waiting for my application to be reviewed.
Sorry.
As such, Your Honor, we would like to motion that this be that be stricken as to the fact he cannot clarify beyond shadow of a doubt that he had loss of earnings.
Yo, Gavin with the 10.
Arrest.
Your
loss
Honor,
of earnings has been for the past 2 weeks.
Some of this might be on me as a new lawyer in the city. I don't know how restitution when a innocent person is convicted and sent to jail works. That was my best guess as to restitution.
I understand. Regards to restitution, it would be actively stopping someone from working. Let's say, regards to an investigation, they were removed from their job. Let's say there was a corruption charge, they were removed from their job. They were jailed for such a time, and they were innocent. They lost work where they were actively working. This would be loss of wages. Does that clarify? Basically, regards to any situation that's police. Any regards to, let's say your client was any situation to police that stopped him from actively being in work, an investigation that
like being sent to jail for 230 months when he was innocent.
Yes. However, off of what I'm hearing from the state, he's not had a job for multiple weeks.
So if a citizen is sent to jail and they are innocent of the charges, good, too bad for them.
However, but he didn't have a job. So you're asking for lost wages on a job he didn't have.
May I make an
Being in and out of prison or not, he still was not earning income.
We'll withdraw. I'll yield to the state.
I understand. What I'm trying to tell you is, we can talk about it, me and you in the office, not a problem. I'm just giving you an example. If he does not have a job and he had no income for him, he doesn't work for a farm, he has no form of active income. If he was arrested, there is no difference of him being on the street or in the prison. If he was awaited somewhere where he's getting paychecks, if he's actively awaited in farm exporting and such businesses as those, yes, lost wages could be claimed. So, we'll talk about it a bit more in detail after. That's not a problem.
Yeah, and the last thing I would say is at the time of the arrest, he was employed. Up and Adam fired everyone shortly after that date.
Okay. So you want to keep it on lost wages on?
Let's just talk about it after. And
not a problem. We can meet up here in front at the very end. Anything else anyone wants to add before we continue?
Also, Your Honor, Mr. Jenkins alleges that his vehicle was found
not
near the
in red line.
But in the same report for the warrant, an officer pulled him over, and then due to the vehicle being unregistered, at which point Mr. Jenkins proceeded to evade from the officers before falling off a bridge where his vehicle got stuck.
Objection relevance. He was arrested for the warrant a day after the day of the bank robbery.
What is the relevant state?
You
got this, my friend. You got this.
A lot of ices, 1 second.
No worries, man. Well, I'll give you 30 seconds to. If not, we'll sustain.
We'll withdraw that previous thought, Your Honor.
No worries. I'll sustain the objection. Please go ahead to the next question. Or the next statement. Whichever. Yo, W with the 20 gifted.
No further questions from Mr. Jenkins at this time, Your Honor.
Understandable.
No questions from plaintiff.
Do we have anything anyone wants to add before we go to closing arguments? Because if not, I might ask some questions to both parties.
Nothing further from plaintiff, Your Honor.
Okay. So, regards to the evidence provided towards me from the state and the one argued by the plaintiff, I'm asking the state a question. I want some clarity on something. What specifically connected Jerry Jenkins, the person, to the robbery at the time the warrant was issued?
At this time, Your Honor, the officer himself isn't present. However, Officer Ben Merricker did move inside the bank on the scene and made contact with Mr. Jenkins to gain demands. We did try to make contact with him to get him before the court today to make a statement. However, he's unavailable. And furthermore, Your Honor,
body cam not entered into evidence as state's evidence.
I never stated body cam, Your Honor. I stated a physical person.
Talking about a statement from an officer.
Statement.
Regards to the reason, I wanted to hear it. Let's hear it. Go ahead.
And furthermore, Your Honor, the plaintiffs here have stated that the single piece of evidence that does not tie Mr. Jenkins to this is a phone call placed to an officer. Furthermore, the burden of proof falls upon them under the best evidence rule to provide this to the court to show that he did indeed make that phone call. As stated, we are unable to track any calls made to 911. However, I'm sure Mr. Jenkins would have a record of him reporting his car stolen. As he is aware, he can file an in-person report as he did the following day.
Okay. Is that a statement for that question?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything the plaintiff wants to say?
In response to that question, no, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to go to closing statements then, and then I'm going to take a few minutes to think about it and go over some stuff. All right. Closing statements from the plaintiff, please.
Your Honor, I'd like you to imagine that a neighbor knocks on your door and asks to borrow a ladder from you to go pick some apples. You hand it over in good faith. Then he uses your ladder to break into a house, takes everything that isn't nailed down, and leaves the ladder at the scene of the crime. The police arrive, and they find that ladder. They see your name etched into the side. They write a warrant, and they arrest you. You'd be horrified, and rightly so, because a ladder is not a culprit. And in this case today, a car is not a culprit either. The only question is whether the state had probable cause that Jerry Jenkins robbed that bank on June 11th. And let's be honest about what they've shown you. No witness placed Jerry at that bank. No description matched him. The suspects were masked and hooded, so there was never a face to identify. No physical evidence. A car is not a person, and a registered owner is not a driver. My client testified that he reported that very car stolen before this robbery, and the state cannot rule out that the car was already out of Jerry's hands. When an innocent and a guilty explanation result in the exact same outcome without definite proof of either, there must be doubt as to which occurred. The defective warrant was never just a technicality. It was a window into how little the state ever had, how little they documented. That same lack of evidence that made that warrant worthless is the same lack of evidence that should leave you with reasonable doubt. If a car and an assumption weren't, in the officer's own words, enough to justify arresting him, then they never came anywhere close to proving him guilty.
Aye.
The state has given you a car and a guess. A car is not proof. An assumption's not proof. And where there's no proof, there's not just doubt, there's nothing but doubt. And suppose the state is right, and that this is a giant scheme of Jerry's where he reports his car stolen and commits crimes in it. Where does that leave them? It leaves them arguing that my client is the type of person who does this action. It still does not put Jerry in that car at that bank on the 11th. The driver was masked. Nobody saw a face. He's done it before is not he did it this time. Calling masked people with a getaway car robbing a bank a unique signature of my client is ludicrous. That's not a signature. That's the definition of the crime. Different cars, different crews, different weapons. Between the 11th and the 13th. That's not proof beyond a reasonable doubt. That's not probable cause. They're asking you to convict him on vibes, not because they proved he did this crime. After all, a car is not a culprit, and the state has not met its burden of proof. The only verdict the evidence supports is not guilty. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Can we get a closing statement from the state, please?
Yes, Your Honor. So the plaintiff's entire case rests upon a phantom phone call and a convenient coincidence. Mr. Jenkins' car is being reported stolen allegedly 4 hours prior to this. Also, as far as I'm aware, this isn't a criminal court in regards to where Mr. Jerry's freedom rests upon the result of this. And then they assert, once again, that his vehicle was stolen. Yet the timeline shows a thief who magically possesses the plaintiff's exact voice, commits the plaintiff's signature crimes, and drives the plaintiff's car.
The problem is it's hearsay at the minute.
Is known to preempt.
We have hearsay at the minute. It's the problem. The glove fit. The glove fits.
The stolen. They claim this phone call happened, yet they have provided zero proof or any phone logs to corroborate such. And then under the law, an alibi cannot be built upon unsubstantiated whispers. Furthermore, their demands for compensation are legally meritless. The plaintiff claims a loss of wages from an at-will flexible job where he chooses his own hours, and has failed to submit in evidence any sort of proof of employment.
Oh, yeah.
And then under the rule against speculative damage, the court cannot award money based on what a plaintiff might have chosen to do. To this day, they have failed to provide historical duty logs to provide a base average of income for those exact hours. And then furthermore, when officers advised Mr. Jenkins of the warrant, he didn't cooperate and come in and attempt to plead his innocence there. He fled from the warrant. That act of fleeing creates within itself an independent probable cause for his arrest, entirely separate from the warrant itself.
He did flee.
And in regards to the plaintiff's claim that there was not enough there to substantiate a warrant was said to build upon an investigation. We have officers who unfortunately are unable to testify on this day who heard Mr. Jenkins speak because he did not attempt to hide his voice. Officers who have met Jerry before doing this exact same criminal activity. And then with Mr. Wright's anecdote in regards to the ladder from a neighbor, Mr. Jenkins has previously established that this is his MO. As such, the ladder anecdote has no bearing upon this case. The LSPD acted within good faith, with collective knowledge and in accordance with the policy, to stop a prolific repeating offender. Mr. Jenkins isn't the victim of a wrongful arrest. He is merely a criminal facing the consequences of his own evasion and his own repeated bad actions. And as such, we ask the court to deny all complaints and dismiss this petition with prejudice.
That?
3 points of rebuttal, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Point A, no voice information, whether through testimony or discovery, was ever entered. 2, no evidence of this being a pattern of Jerry's behavior was ever entered. The state did not call any officer to the stand to testify to that. And point 3, at the end of the day, Jerry was sentenced and lost 230 months of his life due to this warrant. Thank you, Your Honor.
Everyone happy with their statements? Are we good to take a bit of a recess while I look over the evidence, look over your statements, everything provided in this hearing? State, you okay? Yep. You happy? I'll take that as a yes. Plaintiffs?
Microphone, Fox. Detective Fox is trying to say something, Your Honor.
Oh, you're trying to speak, Fox?
I'm trying to speak to my co-counsels. Give me a moment. I'm sorry.
No worries, man. I'll give you a second. Okay. Yeah, the lack of the voice evidence is rough for PD. The problem is
nothing more from the state, Your Honor.
No worries, right? I'm gonna take a 10-minute recess. I want everyone to be back here at 48 of the hour. Okay? Does that sound good? All right. See you all in a minute.
I'll be there in 1 second.
All right.
Question.
Yes, what's up?
Did you catch the part about the jobs?
Yes.
Okay, because it very confusing to me. He said when he did the testimony, he said he hadn't worked there in 4 weeks and didn't have a job.
I'm gonna be taking his statement on that. Don't worry, I've got it. I'm just gonna take a few minutes to think about this, if you don't mind.
Yep, no,
I'm writing down.
Fine. I just wanted to make sure you were.
No, yeah, I heard about it. That's something I pinpointed while I was talking to them. Yeah, right. I'll do it. No worries. Thank you. Appreciate it, though.
Yep, no problem.
Right. Let me write this down. So my problem here is.
Oh no, mate, I got fired.
Why'd you get fired?
Oh, well, apparently a reform program doesn't exist in having felonies.
The probable cause is not enough. is my problem. I think the PD's probable cause is weak. The fact that he was escaping the warrant is not great. If he was innocent, he wouldn't have. But still, the warrant itself is weak, which is something they were arguing is the strength of the warrant. So I don't think we're gonna... Hold on, I need to ask a question, actually. Hold on, is the lawyer, Mr. Will, around? Mr. Will?
Yeah, I mean the prior program.
Fuck. Oh, shit, never mind. Hold on. Rodney? How much was the plaintiff requesting again? Just...
I don't know, man.
If you have the number. Can you email me message me, sorry, on my phone.
So now?
Oh, there we go. Mr. Will.
There he is.
Yeah, sorry, we were in the other room talking.
What was your... I'm just double checking regards to everything the state. What is the financials you were requesting?
So first off, we were requesting $10K for knowing enforcement of a defective warrant. We were requesting $28,000 for reimbursement of the fines that he paid due to this warrant. We were requesting $10K for violation of his Fourth Amendment rights and unlawful seizure due to the bad warrant. And then we were requesting $53K in restitution for lost wages.
Can you just
the
add
thing on that? And I made
Yeah.
101,000.
I get that. Can you add all those points, or like if they're already written exactly there, can you just pinpoint it to me? I'm just double checking everything, collaboration and so on.
Pinging you right now.
Okay, thank you.
And the thing with the 53 is like clearly there should be some restitution for him going to jail if he was innocent.
I'll look it over. I'm just asking what is it the demands you're making. All right. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna point out again.
I'm just going. Thank you. All right. So my problem here is the job the PD did proving this is weak. So okay. Hold on, chat. I'm just reading some stuff. They didn't file it correctly. The wage thing I won't agree with.
You get around? What the fuck happened? What did you do to
Okay.
him?
Just give him medical, dude.
What's the... He touched...
Yeah, I have some issues with this.
His shoulder and then all
The
of a
PD's
sudden-
evidence is the problem.
Is that blood?
Okay, I have my I think I have my statement.
What'd you say, Lester?
I think I'm ready. I think the problem I have is the only evidence they have is the car. They couldn't get Ben America's body cam, but they're using it as evidence regardless, and they don't have it on the body cam. There's no body cam him saying it, that he hears his voice. There is no body cam of the phone call. There's nothing of the arrest. So they're saying, yeah, but he called about stolen car. It's not even about the stolen car at this point. It's about the warrant and the arrest, which in this point, it's like if there was a pattern, I would have want to seen the pattern. If there was a pattern, I would have agreed, but they didn't show a pattern. It's incomplete evidence is my problem.
I swear to God, that's what
I don't know.
If I feel trigger happy at some point. What'd you say? am on duty, dude. I'm earning money. Yeah. I'm clocked on right now.
We don't have to talk about evidence. Blaze, I'll be honest, it's weak. If PD managed to show the pattern, like say, hey, here's a pattern we have of him doing this. Here's here's 5 calls of stolen vehicle from him, and there was crime done repeatedly. Here is the thing of him being heard in his outfit, this was seen before, like a detective case, you know, a proper detective case. This isn't there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of hearsay. Yeah, what's cracking? Hello, Teal. How you doing? Yeah. I'm thinking here. I'm thinking. Can you... Okay. Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to... The money, I don't think we're going to pay the wages thing, because off his statement, he was not working for multiple weeks. The case was not prepared well by the PD, I think. That's the problem. I don't think they had enough evidence to prove Jerry was the one doing it. Obviously, out of character. Yeah, fuck yes, it was Jerry. But I think they did a bad job at proving it was Jerry. Okay. Is everyone back? Hello? Yes? Everyone show back up, please. Stay. I hear the little footsteps. You can hear the little footsteps coming. There they are. Look at them. The A-team's here.
Murphy, just as a note, at the end of this, we will be arresting Mr. Jenkins again because there is a warrant out for his arrest, which is...
Is this irrelevant?
Don't forget the F-man.
No, but he will be arrested after this because he's wanted for a robbery. Just as a note.
Mr. J... Okay, well...
What do I have a warrant for?
This is a separate instance, I believe.
That out loud instead of whispering. Can you just cuff him right now?
Mr. Jenkins, for a different affair, you're just going to be cuffed while we finish this. Yes, just don't. This is a separate affair you guys can fix afterwards. You're just going to be placing cuffs for the time being, okay? You guys can deal with this afterwards. Talk with your lawyer. He's present. We're going to deal with this current situation, all right? Okay. All right. Thank you for everybody for coming. The people in the audience, thank you very much for showing up. So, we all came here today about the warrant on Jerry Jenkins, about linking him to the robbery, a heist in question. I can agree that the registered vehicle of Mr. Jenkins was involved in the incident. However, I don't believe that the evidence, presented today from Mr. Jenkins was strong enough to link him to the direct incident. My reasoning here being is, you guys question a pattern. There's no evidence of a pattern. You guys don't provide any documentation on this. There regards to voice ID, I understand HR problem. Obviously in the courtroom, I can understand that happen. You know, it happens every now and then, but in a courtroom, I need something. I don't have anything to work with. I can't go based off hearsay. So there's that. And also regards to the phone call, obviously you guys don't get the phone logs per se, but there's body cams, sometimes you can. However, I believe the same officer in question of your HR problem is the reason you don't have this. So regards to all this, the amount linking him to the robbery himself, beyond the ownership of the vehicle, there's no affidavit. Let's say it's just like nothing afterwards, no edit to the warrant. Adding, you guys didn't say in the warrant that hey, his voice was also heard. The only thing you put in the warrant was the vehicle. There was nothing mentioned about voice. There was nothing mentioned about pattern in the warrant. This is where it gets a bit of a problem for me. Is the lack of the detail in the warrant and just in general discussing pattern in the courtroom when there's no evidence providing the pattern. If I had been shown documents of like he's recorded, I don't know, he's reported his car stolen 10 times in the past. Oh, all of a sudden magically there's 10 robberies going on, and sometimes there's a guy that sounds like Jerry. I would have been able to work off this. However, this was not provided. There was no additional evidence that could like forward and back this for me. I don't think any of you acted under bad faith in this situation. I know with HR problems there can be things like that, but the burden of proving the warrant, there was enough evidence for the warrant. I don't think there was enough. So regards to that, I am going to be siding the plaintiff on certain arguments regards to the lack of evidence for the warrant and the arrest, as heard in this court. However, regards to the fees demanded, I will, as we discussed, I won't agree with the lost wages. The reason being, I can understand if he was actively working. However, Mr. Jenkins in this courtroom has said for multiple weeks now he has not worked. Not for 1 week, for multiple weeks. Based on this knowledge said in the courtroom, I cannot in good faith award him lost wages. However, he will be reimbursed for his fines. And the fees that you guys discuss can be awarded. If you discuss none, that is with you guys. And general compensatory damages fees will be applying. The reason I'm going to be applying this is I want PD, like, this is something we always try and make sure if there is evidence, it's written in the warrant. So, yeah, you got the car. I've heard the voice. Okay, it's in the warrant that we've also heard his voice. So then there's more than just, there's more meat on the bone to work with. That is, yes. So on this matter is now concluded. Thank you all for coming by. I'd like to talk to both state and the plaintiffs here. Thank you again for the audience coming by. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Bailey, Mr. Fox, and I keep forgetting your name, Mr. Mustache. I love the mustache, but I forget your name. What was it again?
Mike Franks.
Mr. Franks, thank you so much for coming. Mr. Wright, Mr. Jenkins, and I believe your co-counsel there in the blue suit.
Mitchell Ryan.
Mr. Mitchell Ryan. Yeah, thank you all. The court is adjourned. Thank you very much. You guys can come over here to me, please.
Why am I even being arrested?
That's a separate problem.
We'll figure that out, Jared.
Guys, I want to, okay, I just want to talk to both parties here. If you guys can come by. I want to thank you all. I understand perspective from both sides. However, you guys understand what I mean by the problem here, right?
Yeah.
With the warrant, add more meat to it. There's a lack of meat on it, and you know I can understand the HR problem, but in the courtroom where I need to look at documents and something, I didn't have it.
Yeah.
I didn't have the documents to look at. It was hearsay. I'm at a point where I need to be based on your it's your testimony. However, your testimony based on someone else's testimony, and I can't just that's hearsay at that point. I can't work off that. You know, you did very good. Thank you all very again. You did awesome. Don't forget to go claim your revenue for being in the courtroom today. I really want you guys to do that. Thank you for your time.
You need to go
Make sure you keep going up the awesome work, okay? And
thank you,
yeah, I'll talk to the state. Maybe talk with Harry, by the way. Ask him about it. If there's anything we can do about logging calls, maybe there's something we can do. Okay.
But at the same time,
for separately from just body cams, there might be something in the future that can be done.
Check. Civilians don't.
No, he's a lawyer.
People.
Yeah,
well,
just
about
because Mr.
having...
Franks asked us to submit evidence. Like,
yeah,
we don't have any.
I'm thinking there might be a way to add logging for the state to have of people calling them. Maybe in the future we can have a look. But yeah, thank you very much, the state. Again, sorry, you know, the outcome, it happens. Just make sure next time with the warrants, be very precise on your warrants, because looking at that warrant, there's nothing written about the voice. There's nothing written about pattern. However, if I had documents about pattern, if you guys showed me there was a pattern, if you guys showed me there was something talked about the voice, anything that mentioned that, I would have been able to look at this a bit differently, okay?
And I will say, I told this to Harry, I don't want to bring any frivolous suits. If there's meat there and there's evidence there, I will drop things.
I mean, I'll be honest, I think we're all on the side of the law here, like the rights, and I'm just talking the way this is done, there was some inconsistencies. That's all. But yeah, make sure you guys collect your paychecks, and that's pretty much it. Thank you all for coming. I really do appreciate it. You know, I know you guys spent a lot of time on this, but thank you guys. All right, take care.
It happens.
Mr. Murphy, may I have a few minutes?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
We got Jerry.
So I understand the lost wages.
Come with me in the back here if you want. Come over to the back. Regards to Mr. Jerry, hold on, I have to get him paid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you saw that.
Let me just make sure I sort this. So, obviously, regards to the case, you are being awarded the amount of $58,000. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, do I have a checkbook? I think I had a checkbook. I'm gonna have to grab. If you try and run, you do realize I won't be paying you, right?
Yes.
So can we get him uncuffed, Harry, if you don't mind? I'm just gonna transfer his payment.
Yeah, of course we can.
And then you can cuff him again. I just need to get his number. Once he's got his number, you're okay. Can you give me your number, please?
Hello.
Mitchell, fill out the clipboard over here before you go with Jerry to the cells.
Yeah.
Okay, let me transfer you.
Oh, PD done it, yeah. Bailey and Mike
Yeah,
and Fox.
You'll be able to.
Hold on, there we go. You get to cuff him again, Harry. I'm just sending over the money.
Bailey, just
There we go. There's your revenue regards to the case. Okay.
Okay.
Have a good day. Right, Mr. White, we can talk. In the office, if you don't mind.
Okay, I have right to remain silent. Anything you say.
I have no idea where your client's getting arrested, but that's a separate incident. Apparently, there's some
I'm
other
assuming it's a new
arrestable motives. Yes. What's your question?
So I'm not disagreeing with anything of your ruling. The question I have is, if a citizen is arrested and they plead not guilty, they're given no reductions and then sent off to jail for the full sentence, is there no restitution for the time they serve unjustly?
There is, but you have to ask for unjustly, like the sentence. Like you asked here about he didn't have a job or anything there. I did part of the fees. Was that not included in your fees? If like damages per se, that would be in damages.
It wasn't because I didn't know.
So it's the wording. It's the wording. You just pay like it would be in damages due to being incarcerated to not being able to get a job. Lost fees is like he wasn't actively working, and your whole argument there is that he wasn't actively working when he had a job there. That was my problem.
What's the wording I need? What's the wording I need to use in the future?
Hold on, let me just give it to you. 1 second.
Whatever time it is for you now, about an hour ago.
I'm gonna pay him some amount for my mistake on that. I just want to make sure that I get it right going forward.
You sure wasn't impersonated? No,
what was the word?
You confirmed your name.
You want my advice? Sue.
A lot of people say my name.
You confirmed your name with your voice, Jerry. I'm not having it.
I don't know.
I would say loss of earning capacity or wrongful incarceration. Does that sound good?
Okay, I'll use wrongful.
Wrongful incarceration is a good one.
And
yeah,
that's what I was trying to say. That
my big issue with this part here, as an example, is Jerry. There was one sentence he said that bugged me. I have not worked for multiple weeks.
I don't know what I did.
Yeah, he also hasn't been arrested for multiple weeks. I think he hasn't been in the city, but that's neither here nor there.
The fact that he wasn't working. And he was claiming that, I work every day. I wasn't able to work up and down. Well, the problem there is he, yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah, no, I have no problem with the ruling.
Anything else I can help you with?
Right later. No, thank you so much.
No, yes.
Do you need to let me out?
But yeah, congratulations on the case anyway. Yeah, I said there, the problem is there was not enough meat on the bone for the warrant in regards to...
Yep, exactly.
The evidence argued, yes, if there was, if they're claiming there was a pattern, sure. If they're claiming they heard his voice, sure. If you hear someone's voice and you have their car, I would say there's reasonable reason to issue a warrant.
I agree. To me, the car is reasonable suspicion.
The car alone, I would. The car alone, I'd say it's questionable. But if there's pattern of report robbery, yes, I would say that's 100%. Enough. But they weren't able to provide us a pattern.
Whatever floats your boat.
And if the warrant said his voice, I never would have brought this to court.
Yes, I understand. That's why next time mistakes happen, we rectify them for the time after.
Yep. And
congratulations on your win, regardless. Have a good continuation. I would say I've been following your work very closely. Very impressive work. Keep up the good stuff. Very good.
Thank you. I am trying and I'm learning every day.
It's very good. You keep up the good work. It's generally very impressive.
Cool. Cheers.
Have a good one.
Okay.
Yes.
And Mr. Smithy would like to have a word.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want to come to my office?
Yeah, sure.
What's up, beautiful?
Hello there.
Hold on a second. Why is not? There we go. I had no music. Sorry, just a second. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Let's talk. Right. What exactly can I help you with?
Okay, so I've been trying to get hold of the mayoral team, or what's left of the mayoral team,
right?
Regarding my fellow director, who has become quite a problem for us and for the department.
In what regards?
We've had employees that have just got fed up and left. They've quit.
For what reason?
Because they're basically fed up with her bullshit and favoritism, is what their words to me were.
Okay, but I need... give me more.
Also, Hatchie, who is our liaison with the mayoral team, expressed that because she wasn't putting in the hours, she wasn't around, that she had to complete 20 hours a month, which she has not completed one time since that agreement was made. So far this month, which is now the 28th, I believe, she's done 7 hours this month.
Okay, but
so she hasn't fulfilled the requirement that she was told to do.
On a side note here, you just to loop back on different things here, because that's an agreement made with the liaison and herself, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not really.
Yes.
I'm here for legal problems and actual, direction problems,
I know, but
right?
I can't get hold of her, so
I understand that. Again,
Rodney said that because you're one of the pillars of the city.
Yes, I can bring up concerns. However, when you come to me and you say, yes, there's problems with the director because my personnel are stepping away because they're fed up of her and the favoritism. You give me that, that's not really an information. That's no information for me. What do you mean? Like, aren't you? What do you mean favoritism? What do you mean? Like, aren't you both talking together? Have you talked to your director about our activity? Your co-director? Have you? I don't know. Has there been anything there? Communications? Have you questioned it? Have you said what? Have you asked why?
Yeah, I've tried, but it's a lot of it comes from Natalie, who was one of our most successful EMS personnel, putting in a lot of work and a lot of hours. And she was just being held back, while she promotes a boyfriend and gives him the leg up, gives him the positions.
This is a quick question here. You're both directors. Don't you propose as also promotions? Wouldn't you be able to promote as well?
Well, we're supposed to agree on them, which, sometimes my agreement or disagreement is ignored. Plus, I've just trialed another reform program, which Tory did initiate originally ages ago, to trial out, reforming criminals, and trying to get them back into society, get them away from crime, get them into a position. We did speak about this together. We texted. I've got the text messages, and said, "Oh yes, this would be a good idea." I've put Ralph Butcher in this scheme just to trial it, to see what would happen, see if it would even work, if it was even possible. She's then come in all upset, angry, and also has fired him on the spot without any reason. He has not been convicted of any criminal activity since he's been in the reform program that I initially started. So there was no reason for her to do that. It was an experimental program I was trialing to see if it would actually be feasible, because we're losing EMS left, right, and center.
Was this program discussed with your colleague?
Yes, it was. Yes,
and,
she
as you
actually
said,
texted
and it
me
was
and said,
approved?
yes, it was a good idea.
Okay.
We never actually formally made anything because it was a trial. We didn't have a basis.
Have you sat down and talked with your director about the activity stuff and the concerns?
Yeah, I've tried to, but she's just angry and being petty about it, and
What do you mean by try? Because I'll be honest, like, this sounds very odd, like, just from a perspective, like.
Well,
I can bring it up
if you're going to make something a program, you have to trial it first. Same as a medical trial. If you're trialing medication, you have volunteers that.
Just to go back on, you're losing personnel because apparently she hired someone and promoted them without discussing with yourself or anyone. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, it's not quite that simple. But there does seem to be a pattern of favoritism towards one person, who is a partner.
Okay, but hold on.
But people are who have been in EMS longer, have been working harder, put in more hours, and not getting the same treatment.
Right, here's my question about the promotion of this individual. Was this promotion discussed with anyone else?
There were names put forward, and said, "Oh yes, we can look at these names." But the promotion was done without my say so. I said, "Oh yeah, let's look at these names and see if we can promote one or all or none," and then it was done without my consent.
Did you provide input?
Only to say that yes, these are possibles that we can look at.
I'll have to have a look deeper in this because this sounds like a big mashed potato situation here.
It is. It's getting worse. But I mean, this is basically our relationship has broken down. We are not communicating as well as we used to, and I don't know where it began, but it seems to be getting worse and it's falling apart. I did request a meeting with her, and we sat down and talked together.
Do you have
and tried to resolve these issues?
Do you have a a platform like the directors have a website to discuss with each other on PD? Do you guys not discuss there or ask to discuss there?
Yeah.
Have you asked to talk there maybe instead if needed?
I have, yeah. We did do, yes.
And
we spoke at length, and it seemed to go well, and we came to an agreement, and we settled everything, and it hasn't worked. It's not resolved anything. It just
it's like a job for a counselor, not a judge.
And I'm trying to, be as understanding and correct as possible, but it's becoming a bigger problem. And it's not just me, it's everybody. There's like half the courtroom was having a go at her a minute ago because of everything that she's doing.
I was about to question, she was also present, so could you not talk to her there?
Well, no, I was respecting the court, sir, so I didn't want to.
No, I mean, mention, I don't know, imagine you have your director's phone number that you could organize a meeting.
Oh, yeah,
and discuss.
She phoned me earlier, and all she did was scream at me down the phone, so, yeah.
Have you tried to talk since your last talk?
No, she left before I had the opportunity.
Right. Listen, I'll bring it up and see the thoughts and look into it a bit further. I can't really tell you much more because it seems very much like a very odd. It's an odd dispute, if I'm honest.
It is. It's a very odd dispute. It didn't need to go this far, and it's a shame that it has. But it seems that it's gone.
Because again, obviously we hear this from you. We technically need to sit down with Director Ty and have a word of her and understand her side.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, but this collaboration we're trying to do just seems to not work the way it should. There's too much. There's so much conflict within it.
I don't. Yeah, I'll see what there is a bit deeper. Probably organize a meeting with Director Ty.
But I mean, if the mayoral team can be able to be got on, if they're the ones who can make any rectification to this, then they'll probably be the better people to speak to.
Yeah. Is this you that tried to message me?
I did message you earlier, yes.
Concerns regards to EMS, is that you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I put my name on it. I said who it was. My text was yeah, I said it's Smithy, director of EMS.
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
One of the directors of EMS, should I say? That's what I put.
I'll bring it up, but most likely there will need to be a conversation to hear Ty's version of events.
Go on, Max, because you're drinking a
Of course. Not a problem.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you out of the office.
Thank you, sir.
But I'll bring it up and see if we can organize. Can you send me her number, please?
Yeah, sure.
The message you sent me already. Just send me the contact, and I'll see if I can contact her.
Oh, she's over there.
Wait, where? Oh. Hold the front door here. You're both. Oh my fucking god. Hello. Can I have you both in the office, please?
I didn't know you were back.
Yes.
Both going to the office.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Come on in. Come on in. Also, hold on 1 second. I have another person I need to talk to. Can I leave you guys for a minute? I'll just be right back. I have a phone call. All right, 1 second.
Yeah, might not be an office left. She might have thrown it all at me by then.
What the hell,
Lady?
you guys? Hello. Sorry. What's up?
Just something that was going on between that court case. I just need to chat to you about something.
How much time would it take?
Literally.
Oh, hello, big guy. Hello. What's up?
So, while that court case was going on, Ty talked to me.
Yeah, Smithy, talk to me.
Well, yeah, Smithy's asking for body cam off one of my officers because they had an argument. Now, the reason they had an argument is Smithy's decided to go hire a known felon with multiple felonies into EMS, who's now got access to buy as many drugs as he wants. He's got multiple charges for both intent to supply, and now he's got access to my PD station as well as a felon. So she asked me about the legality of removing him, and I told her that she should do it because he's a felon.
And I got another problem. Apparently, they agreed on a reform program for people with felonies.
Okay.
And apparently, they agreed on it. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck?
I mean, equally, they're hiring felons that have got access.
Yeah, this is probably
PD
should have been talked
stations and
to
government
with
buildings.
the parties. Because hiring criminals, is a big deal.
Yeah, it is because they've got access to everything.
They should have talked to us about it first. However, if they agreed upon it within them initially,
yeah,
and then she's going back on it. It's like it's a bit odd. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're both in my room.
But
Please.
yeah,
I'm gonna die.
they were both.
They're both in my
screaming at
office.
each other
They're both in my
courtroom.
office.
Sorry.
Both. Help me. Help me.
You've got this.
Help me. Come in my office, please.
Fine.
Thank you. I just like this to be a multiple perspective conversation. Because I don't know. It seems very odd. This is an awkward situation going on.
Yeah.
Hold on. While we're here, just excuse me. What are you all doing in here? Can I help you all?
I can take to talk to you.
Yeah, he was waiting to talk to you about.
Harry as
I
well.
guess,
I'm
the
very
Harry
busy
bought
at the
from you or
moment.
something.
That's okay. I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush.
I will message you later. I'm not going to keep you waiting here because I'm going to be very busy.
I also need to speak to Smithy as well. So like you're right. You're
yeah,
right.
he might be here for a while as well. Right. Bye.
Okay, I love you.
What?
Don't fucking forget to message me.
I
I
will.
gotta remember we're in that world state, so he's a bit.
Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. Just figuring in. You guys don't mind me bringing Mr. Hay, Mr. K. Yeah, Mr. K.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Hey,
Right.
Harry. Why is he sitting in the corner?
I'm gonna be honest. We all need to sit down here and have a moment here. What the hell? Oh, sorry. Let me make this. Guys, can you all turn around, please? Can you, every one of you, please? Thank you. Thank you.
I'm staring.
All right, just stare if you want, big guy.
I think he's getting naked.
You can turn around. Hi.
Okay.
Well, that was a quick change.
I know. I'm rapid fire. I know how to put them buttons up real quick. That sounds.
Yeah, we were just, before you came back in, we were just sort of saying that, things, it's a fraud
It's
thing.
not working.
Is my office upside down or not? Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
No, she didn't throw anything.
Yes, I'll be honest. Like, yes, I hear Mr. Smithy. I forget your last name.
It's
What?
Smithy.
His last name is
Smithy
Smithy.
is my last
Smithy.
name.
What the hell
My
is your
name's
first
Mark.
name?
Mark.
Okay,
Mark.
Mr. You're Ty West. Mrs. West.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure I got this right. What the hell is going on? Let's just sit down and talk about this. Let's get this because I have a feeling there's a severe lack of communication that reminds me of this guy in Vinny days.
Oh, okay. So you know how this is.
I have a feeling this reminds me of old times. Off of my understanding, there's a lack of communication and decision making together. When there's agreements, they're backheld. Which Mr. Smithy, after hearing further about it, I think that was a terrible decision, especially the notable person chosen. But that's a separate discussion.
Hey, everyone deserves a second chance.
So
Right. Just to give you an example, the person you hired is known to distribute drug substances publicly, even days prior to you hiring. I'm just giving you an example. Like, yeah, let's just discuss. Yeah, what's up?
So we were looking at a rehabilitation program, right? And
Mhm.
like I talked to him about it and I was like, we can look at ways we can set it so they don't have full access to EMS, all of our stuff, so they have to have like maybe somebody always with them, like one of the directors or command members. And I was saying we can look at it like it's not a set in stone thing because I don't see how it would even be possible. So I have complaints of people saying, "Hey, you have a medic who's a felon, and how come I'm not getting hired?" Like I have a text message from someone saying I was told I had to get an expungement. Why is a felon hired? And it's like I have to go clean it up now because why do we have a felon hired? And I talked to Harry as well, and he said like it's a safety hazard for a felon to be coming into PD because we have access to their doors and stuff. So I saw it as a big issue, and I asked Smithy if he would go deal with this since he was the one who caused the issue, and he was like, "No, you go fire him." So I was like, "You literally caused. You did. You told me to go fire him.
Yeah, I didn't
when
say
you
no.
caused
I
it."
said okay, go. I said okay, if fire him if you want to fire him, and you said no. You shouted at me.
You caused the issue.
Hey.
B.
Tea. Cup of tea right there. I lied. It's not a cup of tea. It's a cup of E-Cola, but someone can have that.
So we had that whole argument where it was like, you hired someone, so you do it yourself. Like you should have fired him because he has a felony. So then he didn't want me to fire him when I went to speak to him about it, and it just turned into a big shit show, and I went and fired him. And now I'm threatened to being sued because apparently
I spoke to
it's
Rodney and he said that would be unfair dismissal.
There's no such thing in this state.
What is
We're in a will state. We people have no employment rights around here.
Oh,
there is certain laws around wrongful termination, though, Harry.
There must be, because otherwise.
Like if you just like, oh yeah, I want fuck you.
I mean,
like
it's not necessarily wrongful termination when you've got felonies.
I understand. I'm just saying like wrongful termination's the thing, but like I'm not saying that applies here. I'm just saying there is that. Okay.
Like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the reform program. I'm the one who came up with it. But it's like, we have to have rules. It has to be set. It has to be a way to do it without giving them full free access to a medic. Because can you see how unfair it is when somebody gets a full medic in an hour?
No, he had all his training previously. He was a full medic a couple of months ago.
Okay, I've got
a felon.
A question for both of you though. How many felons does EMS currently have?
None.
Hired?
We fired them.
When did you fire them?
No, we fire them when there's felons.
I can tell you right now, you've got felons within EMS.
Oh, we don't know if anyone has committed felonies since being employed, unfortunately.
It's been raised a couple of times. I think I can also state that I'm pretty sure my wife's still employed with you guys.
No, she was removed. I remember removing her.
Well, she did have a job up until pretty recently without any discussion because she brought it to me.
Yeah, sometimes.
And she was raised when she was arrested, and there is, from notable discussions, I think you've got 4 in total.
Yeah, I think when we use the tablet to fire people, it doesn't always notify them, and they can clock in.
Because you're not meant to fire on the tablet, you're meant to fire on the desk.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't fire on the tablet because they can just keep their job.
Yeah.
We have something at the desk.
Yes, you have. One of your hospitals, there's a desk somewhere where you can fire people.
You've got a desk somewhere.
If you don't, you can look at that, Mr. Smithy. There's, I believe, you know the right contacts.
Yeah, I'll get the login details for one of the.
Double check where it is, but I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. My problem here is this, Harry. This reminds me of you and Vinny, and Mr. Miller before that.
Yeah, it does.
Not Miller. No, it wasn't Miller. Who was the other guy?
It is unfortunate.
Miller? No, he was a mayor.
No, who was the commissioner before Vinny? The guy that went to Mexico, Mr. Hunt. Yeah, I'm seeing PTSD here. My problem here is, I'll be frank, you both are not doing anything of bad faith, is my opinion. I don't think you're trying to harm each other. Let's be frank. My opinion here is, you're both trying to do good things in your own ways, but you are absolutely got no structure. You've got no structure in place to how to do it in a way where it's communicating.
No, the communication is just lost.
For both parties. I'm not saying one of you or the other. Both of you. You're, excuse me for the word, fucking terrible with the communication.
Can I make a suggestion for you guys?
Yeah, you've had this issue with
Yeah, one suggestion is I'm sure you've got your EMS director chat and things, right, where these things have been discussed, i.e. this whole reform program. Why don't you have also somewhere where you have sign off, and the only thing that goes in there is sign offs on what you two have agreed on. If it doesn't go in there, then you don't do it.
I think it's a good idea. A sign off of actions of, let's say, a reform program, a promotion,
and then
has to be signed off by both. That kind of structure. I think, yeah, you have like literally got a folder where you have sign off. You give it a little check.
It gives you both sides, right? Because thinking about you guys, if someone's busy, look, we all can't be running about these streets 24/7. But if it's put in there as sign off, and you ignore that sign off's there, and then you raise it as an issue later on, and the other director says, "Well, actually, no, we signed off on it, and you haven't raised it," then that's a them problem, right? So, if for example, in your instance, Smithy, with this reform program, if you thought that this was all signed off and happy to go ahead, and you put it in there, and then Ty didn't raise it until the fact of you hiring someone, then it can
go against you, and it's like a problem. You know what I mean? Because like now it's like written down, you've signed on it, both of you. I think when it comes to promotion decisions, as an example, decisions of new branches, decision of modification of branches, it needs a sign off, and you guys need a location where to do that, where it's structured. Because I think you guys hear something, you misinterpret it, then you actually think it's a sign off, you think it's a decision, and it's then obviously the other person just thinks like, wait, hold on, I didn't say this, and it turns into this gossip behind the back, where now it seems like there's two armies or whatever the hell, like just as an example, building. And from a perspective, yeah, I've seen this happen, Mr. Hunt and Mr. K. A little bit of Vinny, but Vinny wasn't, yeah. But like the one thing I will say from my perspective with directors I've seen over the times, I used to be, in the police myself. I've seen a lot of directors come and go on both sides. Who the fuck put you where you are now? I mean, dragged you through the mud?
Listen.
That's right. Look in my eye, bitch.
Yeah, one eye.
Yeah, you too. Sorry, it gets hot every now and then in this room.
How did you lose your eye?
Don't want to worry about it.
I didn't even notice.
All I'll say is eye for an eye. Anyway.
Oh, what the? Okay.
Yes.
Well, if you need any prosthetics, we can look into that.
No, fuck that. We like eye patches.
I'm good. I think Mr. Tice, what the hell? Mr. Fuck, I said it again. Mrs. West's hair already seems radioactive enough. I don't need
oh my god
radioactive eyes. Listen, I see your hair. I think of that girl. What's that nut job girl that goes running around? There's a blue-haired girl runs.
Oh, Echo.
Yes, her. Jesus Christ, she has issues. Yes, no, I think. Again, I don't think any of you guys are doing anything bad intent, but clearly there's a problem of communication going on, and we need to find a way to structure it where that communication is kind of forced. And if it doesn't happen, then I'll be honest, there's a situation where the entirety of EMS is going to be restructured. I'm not talking about one director or another. I'm talking about the entirety of the system.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want that. I don't think anybody wants that. And, with the triangle, the mayor, and everything, we don't really want that outcome, I think, to be discussed. Same thing, there's been tensions in P, there's been tensions in EMS. This is a tension period. What can we do to make sure to resolve this on both sides? Because, again, Ty, you're not trying to fuck over Mr. Smithy, are you?
I'm really not.
Okay, Smithy,
it just
you're
feels
not trying
like
to fuck over Ty.
No. I mean, we even had this discussion.
Right.
We joined a a nice little.
Okay,
we had
now
a nice
also
little chat.
share that kebab.
And yeah, we tried to sort things out. We've put everything under the bridge, and unfortunately,
I think it's the way you guys
breakdown has still occurred.
I think it's
the unfortunate.
It's the way you guys try to communicate with each other is the problem.
Take
each other's information.
I don't believe it's malicious on either side. It's not from me, and I don't think Ty's trying to be malicious. But it just seems that we have been rubbing each other the wrong way.
Right, so why you need clear communication channels?
That's exactly.
Another thing I'll say is like this whole hour crap. Like Harry says, not everybody can do the same thing. As long as people are involved in conversations from a perspective of the the council triangle discussion things. as long as there's activity and presence and decision making and involvement, it's not a problem. However, if it's decision making and it's half listened, half communicated, and it's constant turning into gossip, yeah, then there's a problem. So you guys need to find. I think that what the sign off thing Harry proposed is a very good idea. And
yeah,
discuss
because
it more.
things do get lost, especially in our command discussions.
Yes.
It gets pushed up and then it's lost, and then like, hang on a minute, what was said? And yeah, it does get lost.
There's
somewhere
assumptions
in
on both ends.
translation. Yeah,
it does happen.
Everyone assumes. Yeah.
Yeah, I say that sign off thing is a good idea, and I think generally, if you have an issue, don't wait to discuss in alternate methods. If you have an issue there and then in a discussion, hey, we got a problem, let's talk. Don't wait, because that happened with Mr. K over here and it didn't end well.
Yeah.
He almost lost the second eye.
That was rough.
Yeah, he was going to go blind. It was pretty rough, I'm not going to lie. Then we'd have probably gone prosthetics.
He'd still have a third eye, though.
Look, it's true. Wow. It's one of those, right, where there's got to be some leeway. So yeah. I think back to Mr. Hunt or Vinny. Not only were they never around for support, but there was multiple times where I'd reach out and get nothing back. Now, someone raised it to me the other day. Someone said, "Oh, Dan's starting to become inactive," and I said, "Well, no, not at all, because anytime I reach out to Dan, when me and Dan put out charts and have it in our Uber command, we always respond to each other. So there's always support there from both sides. And
oh my god, this is a long
that's
stream.
important. The other thing is being open and honest with each other, because this is frustrating. You're running departments, and you're running one of the biggest departments in the city, right? You know, there's the 3 pillars of power, there's EMS, and then there's everyone else out there working burger short and everything else. And you're one of the biggest employees in the city. That's a lot of people to manage. That's a lot of departments to look after. And on top of that, you've got a responsibility to make sure that your medics are doing a good job and not, you know, having any medical negligence, right? Like, that's a serious issue that you guys are on top of and dealing with, because you don't get that. And with that in mind, sometimes you two have just got to be frank with each other. There's got to be an open and honestness, and both of you have got to see it as
WMS drama. Yeah,
not attacks on each other.
Drama all the time.
For example, Ty, if in that chat, Smithy comes in and says, I think what you've said is a fucking stupid idea. Don't take it personally. And
It's
the
just
other
a
way
fucking
around.
stupid idea. I'll be honest. The reform program, good intent, stupid execution.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'll be honest. Hiring Ralph fucking Butcher, that guy is in my books of worst criminals in the city. I'll be frank. There's a few things we need to discuss here. One is the reform program. I'll be honest, because of the severity of the program, the importance of things, I think it needs to be a bigger discussion.
I agree.
Not just. I think the triangle needs to be involved in this, because you're talking about bringing people off the street. So I'll give you an example, Mr. Smithy. The person you just brought on board is known for selling substances on the streets continuously.
Attempted murder of LEOs as well. Which,
this is now a person that's given potential access to medical equipment, to doors to certain accesses to the stations and parts and so on. This could lead to, you know, I can understand reform within a certain degree, but I think when you've got criminals that have mass amounts of felonies, and the type of felonies, especially like maybe the how long ago was the last felony, I think these all need to be taken into account. Maybe it doesn't need to be expunged, but maybe it can be a long time ago. Maybe, you know, maybe EMS is lighter on the expungement, like it doesn't need to be expunged. Maybe for PD it does. There can be policies that way as well. You know, as an alternative than just like the expungement process. You can, okay, yeah, we have a reform program. You've not been doing crime for a very long time. You know, if you have, and then your criminal record is really rough.
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm going? It's a bit of a bigger discussion.
I mean, there was method to the madness, if you could say it
I can understand that, but you went from 0 to 100.
But when we all got off the yacht and come back to the city, and we all had to start up, Ralph was one of the first medics that we had, and
okay, I can get that, but this is at a time before he went for crime.
Is this serious?
Yeah, it was. But
Harry, what the actual fuck are you doing before I rip that phone off and I shove it up your ass?
So
I will shove that phone so far up your eyeball's gonna pop.
Listen. My other commissioner video called me.
He sends you some kisses from wherever fucking holiday's on.
No, he was screaming, "I'm stuck in a corner. I'm getting face fucked."
Oh.
You just jealous it's not you?
No, I was sending him your face just so he had something to think at.
He can think about me. That's fine.
He's thinking about your eyes.
No, I can understand the intent, but like the problem is, yeah, oh yeah, at the start he was around, yeah, okay, and ever since what's happened, he's probably got terrorism charges. I don't know if he does. That's just I'm reaching.
There was a list of charges.
Regardless, but I'm just giving you like what someone did before doesn't define who they are now. It's what they're doing at. Well, actually, that's wrong. What someone did many years ago. You know, you also need to take into account what they do recently. You know, like if your gentleman's an active felon. Do you know what I mean?
Prison break, escaping lawful custody, attempted robbery of a financial institution.
Hold on, whose record is this?
Mr. Butcher's.
What's his last charge?
His last charge. Battery, contempt.
Yeah.
Okay, when was his
I know
last
murder
charge?
of LEO was on there.
Just
20th
curious.
of June.
So 8
So
days
while
ago.
he's been in the reform program, he's actually not committed any crimes.
In 8.
Or been caught at least.
How long has he been in this program?
Like 2 days, no?
Few days,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure you can't really use that as grounds, my friend.
I know,
if
but
I'm honest,
you're
you're
taking.
taking.
A good statistic, though.
So now, because my argument towards that would be that his previous charge before that was 5 days before, and then the previous charge before that was on the same day, and then the previous charge before that was 10 days before.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I like the idea, but I think there's got to be a lot more T's and C's around it.
Yeah,
I think it needs to be a bit more of a discussion. I like, again, initiative's fine, but yeah, probably maybe you chose the very worst criminal to put it on.
Maybe we go from like 1%, 2%.
I think, again, it's not really to discuss in this room. That's not why we're here.
No.
You guys can first discuss and then I think bring it up to the triangle, because I think this needs to be a bigger discussion because it affects the PD as well.
Put that one on we'll put that one on hold for the
It doesn't need to be like a long hold either. You guys can just make a list of notes and then bring it up. I think talk to Harry about it, because the problem is this also will affect the PD department in a way. You know what I mean? You have people in medical that have
imagine a situation, right, where we end up with a bank robbery or something, an officer down, and he turns up and realizes it's some friends of his that he's been actively involved in recently, and maybe decides to wait on helping the officer, or, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I see your point, but we've also had corrupt EMS members that have been doing things behind.
100%. I mean, those things were never.
Only one conviction per week's not bad. That's pretty funny. That's funny.
There's a difference between kind of willful ignorance and.
Second thing.
If we could do something as well, because we only do background checks on people before we employ them. We don't.
I can get that, but again, this is not the place for that. I understand that. Very good ideas. This is not the room or place to discuss it. The other thing is that a concern brought up about EMS stepping down because of favoritism. Mrs. West, what exactly what is this? I don't understand. Apparently you hired someone that brackets boyfriend. And you promoted or whatnot.
I hired him like 8 months ago, and he only had 1 or 2 promotions.
Right,
people say it's favoritism. Yeah, I do. People say it's favoritism.
If no one's taking the kebab, I'm taking the kebab.
People are saying it's favoritism because they wanted Natalie to be promoted. Natalie kept getting IA complaints every single month, so you can see why she did not get promoted. And being promoted pretty much every month.
And she was exonerated for one of them.
She still had a warning on her record. You don't remember that? You guys agreed on a warning? So she still had IA complaints. The whole thing, the whole process with...
The warning was redacted.
No, it wasn't. I was there.
What was it? It was... I can't... No, it's a strike. It's a strike that was redacted.
Strike to a warning. So she was still given an IA complaint.
Mm.
So with promotions, they're not allowed to have any sort of complaints. Like there's a lot that ties into it. So you can do as many hours as you want, but if you have a bunch of complaints or you're starting these things, then yeah, you don't get promoted. Like it's just one of those things. And we had a whole command team. We would talk about it, and they agreed, no promoting her. So it was multiple factors that played into the promotions, and all of a sudden, because certain people weren't being promoted, and a bunch of people who were M9s, I was trying to focus on getting them promoted, because I did see them as deserving. It turned into I'm playing favoritism, which I really wasn't.
Smithy?
Yeah, no. These
Can you
are
speak a
just
bit louder if you don't
complaints.
mind? I don't know if you're on whisper or on, average.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
sorry,
apparently
I was-
people
Sorry,
are
you're on average
hearing
now?
us.
No, if you're on, just stay on average. Make sure you're on average.
People are hearing us.
Can we kick people out of the courtroom, please? If they want to wait, they can wait in the hallway.
You're waiting.
Excuse me, gentlemen, you can all wait in the hallway if you don't mind. We're just busy.
We're just sat here waiting
What?
for you.
Okay, no, you are kicked out of the courtroom. If
Well,
you're,
smart.
are you leaning against the wall listening to our conversation?
No, I've been sat here for like 20
Right.
minutes.
Do you see this red thing? You're not meant to be past this.
I told you I was waiting for you.
Okay, not here.
That's okay, I'll wait outside.
Outside the room, please. Thank you.
Yeah, mate.
Jesus. Okay.
You guys too.
Yeah, I'm just speaking to Butch here.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, well,
Right,
I'll
outside
do
of the office,
that
the
way.
room, please.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you.
You're good. Yeah, you're good.
Thank you very much. Was he listening to us?
Yeah, he was sorry that.
Bastard. Little sneaky fella he is. Hey, fucking elite.
Yeah, so yeah, they were
Jesus, have I gained weight?
complaints. They were complaints from people that was just raised to me. That was
Sorry, just
what's
one
the matter
second.
with
I'm trying to fit in my fucking chair.
Just squeeze your butt cheeks in.
you?
What?
Yeah, breathe in.
Yeah, breathe in.
Okay, I'm good.
That's
There
how
you
I
go.
fit myself into some jeans that are too small.
Okay.
I just buy bigger ones.
Hey, Harry, what are you doing? Harry, what are you doing? What? What are you doing back there?
behind me then?
Harry, what are you looking at?
She said too small. I was just confirming.
Oh my god. You have
Can't
a
confirm.
wife.
It's all right. I have a mistress.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You're doing a bit of window shopping, huh?
Listen, EMS is very favourable to have on side for when I get shot.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh yeah, create jobs in the workplace. We're always in favour of that one.
Yeah, so this favoritism thing. Here's my problem is I'm gonna be blank here. Mr. Smithy comes to me saying the other director's playing favoritism. Clearly there's a disagreement already going on there.
Well,
Because
these
if
are-
But
one
we talked
director
about
believes
all
that.
the promotions.
Well, apparently not this
yeah,
one.
but the last one though, I never actually agreed. There was a list of names as potentials, and then the
And-
promotions were given out.
Very
without my
noticeable, Rushmore.
authority. I didn't actually
No, because I
agree.
thought you had agreed to every one of them. We had talked about
No.
it for over 2 weeks.
No, I didn't agree to them.
Just where that channel would come in
This is
useful.
where
That-
a
this is where that
goddamn
thing-
sign off would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you sign off.
Yeah.
See,
Right.
this, I'll be honest. Miscommunication leads to this. This is what happens.
Yeah,
this is exactly my example.
Yeah, this is the problem. It is just simple
It's that-
miscommunications that
it's-
keep
I will
affecting
say,
it.
I will say, if that was an issue, I didn't know about it at the time because I genuinely thought we all agreed to it. Because the 2 command members, everyone just seemed to agree with it. But that's my fault if I jumped the gun and did not listen correctly.
Sounds like somebody jumped a gun on one thing and someone jumped a gun on another.
It happens. Unfortunately.
Look at that. The balances are scaled. Wait, I said that upside down, didn't I?
The scales are balanced.
Fuck.
Yeah, you did. You
But from
did,
where
yeah.
I'm looking, Vanna.
Shut the f.
Oh my
Okay, I'm
God.
gonna kick him out of the office. I swear to God. Brother, if she presses charges on you in a courtroom, right?
Do it.
I am gonna send you to the gulag.
That's all right.
Oh, what the fuck?
It'd be worth it.
Oh fuck, I got up. No!
All the best cake is worth some time.
Fuck up and trying to fit.
That birthday cake, you know.
Oh my god! Not too far.
Sometimes you have to stick a candle
Sorry,
in
one
it.
second.
Ow!
Fuck. Shit. 1 second.
You've got this.
Yep. Fuck.
Oh.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Stop asking. Stop looking. Please. Thank you. Sorry. Where were we?
Okay.
Tell you. Sometimes the best birthday cake needs a candle.
What is your problem? Why does it go by real
I don't
days and
even
not
know
jail
what that
time? It doesn't
means.
go by jail. By real days, what?
Do you blow on it or
anyway,
what?
Yeah,
What's it
so
for?
I'll be honest. Just the one thing I'll be honest. I have heard about. I had anonymous reports from EMS about complaints of favoritism as well. My concern here now, listening to this, is if there is such a wave of complaints, both directors need to talk and have anonymous. Is that a good word? Did I say that right, Harry? Anonymous agreement of posting reply to it in your guys' internal discussions, announcements of, you know, EMS workers, being like, hey, just so you guys are aware, this is not how this works, blah 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 blah. There's some obviously you're not fucking saying your exact process and why, and not it's like, yeah, this person had a strike, blah, you know. But it's like explaining like there's more thought process than just, oh yeah, this is my boyfriend, he's now this rank. No, you know, there's different members. I just think, yeah, I think the sign off thing is the number one thing you got to do. Talk more in the places. Like Harry is a very good example because he's been through issues with different directors and communications.
Oh, so you've had it too, then? Yeah.
I've survived many directors.
I mean, usually Harry can attest to this. Usually, if I have a question about something, I'll go to him and ask to see like what ways like can go around it. Because yeah, I've been a director for a very long time, but I'm still learning as you go.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
especially
you learn
comms.
every
Comms is
day.
always a pretty particular.
Yeah.
Communications and miscommunications always the biggest thing that gets you. I'll be honest, any director, that's the biggest thing that gets you. And this is like the 101 case of miscommunication right here. At 101, this is the prime example. What's happening?
Yeah.
The sign-off thing needs to happen. If you're not sure about something somebody said, double check. Double bloody check. If you're not, you don't like, be blunt and say, I'm being blunt just, you know, for the good of it. I'm not trying to fuck you over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way, you two are going to work together.
Yeah. Are you guys okay with this discussion that we've had?
Yeah.
That sounds very unfucking convincing.
Yes, I am.
If there's fire in the building at the hospital next week,
No, there won't
we
be.
need our fire department back, and then we can
guys,
put it out.
get a fucking plane, go to Cayo Perico, take a holiday. I don't know.
Cayo?
Yeah, the border. I don't know.
Place is a shithole. I've been there.
That's pretty nasty. But yeah, you like don't purely rely on verbal comms. Written, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Very important,
Yeah.
and especially in places where a lot of eyes can see it, you and the other command members. So it's not just like, oh yeah, my phone message, this we agreed on. So I hired Ralph Butcher, who officially has, I don't know how many crimes. As an example, but yeah, that.
Hey, I was trying to do good for the community.
Again,
I can't.
It's
you know.
not bad faith. It's not done in bad faith.
It was done in good faith. It was done to give people a second chance. I had good
off a gossip
intentions.
gossip thing. When are we getting a diss track?
Never.
Fuck. I really wanted to be.
Yeah,
some
when we're
music.
getting it, I want to see what.
I wanted some music.
Oh shit! I saw that one on the phone the other day.
Maybe we don't talk about that.
Yeah, I opened my legs too much, man. Got me this position.
Beg your pardon. What the fuck?
I heard about what you said in the court. What was it? The courtroom in the announcement thing they made. I went pretty all over the city. I'll tell you that much.
Nah, that's fine.
Is that when you
I don't care.
Yeah, you were
Anything-
saying
Because she's firing.
I wanted to say, shush, they've just given us money.
Anything
We
else?
just got
we-
800 grand.
Is there any other concerns that we can actually say from either director right bloody now before a message next week of like the other director's done this, somebody put him in the corner, or is there anything we want to bring out now?
No, we're just gonna have to communicate more, and because it keeps falling apart, and we need to stop it from falling apart. That's the
See,
problem.
because sometimes it feels like
tape each
I'll
other
tell
together.
I'll tell him issues and concerns, and then he'll fix it for a day, and then it goes back to square one. So that's what it feels like, and then it gets a little bit aggravating, I will admit, and I get a little bit angry.
You did.
I'm talking in a
You did.
circle.
Harry, come here for a second. I want to talk to you. I'm a
Should we just
therapist
hug it out
right now. I'm a fucking therapist.
yep.
What the fuck happened to me? I was chief
Just hug it
detective,
out, we'll just hug
and
it
this
out.
is where I am.
We're just
Yeah, this is where you're at.
I'm
You
a
know, Jerry
fucking
Springer.
therapist for medical blue hair and old man Smith.
Yeah, yeah.
What do
You know,
mean?
Jerry Springer.
Carry you out.
Fuck,
Just
man.
carry you out.
Oh, look at
There
that.
we go. We're making it.
EMS reform done. There it is.
Okay.
That's the reform program
Yeah.
right there.
Wait, where's mine?
Make your bloody sign off thing. Do the make. Oh,
We're
Oh,
leaving.
wait a minute.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
sign
that's progress. Yeah, you can sign that
Listen,
off.
I have a question.
I'm sideways. Help!
Why do your lights cast a shadow of boobs?
Oh my God! Stop! Stop!
What?
Stop! Just stop!
Where? I want to see.
Wait, why does your thing say no signal on it?
Because there's no signal on it.
Can we watch
do I use
stuff
that?
on that?
Yeah, I watch a lot. Don't worry about it.
If you got it hooked up to Pornhub.
Whoa! Whoa! Bad words.
Cake.
Oh my god.
I'll see the cake right there.
He likes his cake.
Calm down.
Well, Smithy did ask if you can blow my candle.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I want to blow the
It's
candle
been a
out.
very long time.
You know what cake is, right?
Why is that
Don't
officer
worry.
holding a gun? Oh, he's put
Don't
it
worry
away.
about it, Ty.
It's not about if he was doing a good job or not. Guys, in RP, you got Elite, who's a drug seller, done terrorism, done crimes, done heists. It doesn't make sense all of a sudden. Oh yeah, he's the first criminal of our reform program we're hiring, and then they didn't really agree on it. They didn't sign it
cake
off.
needs a candle.
RP wise, it's not okay.
Beautiful.
The fuck do you want?
I want to talk to you about that cat.
Don't touch my wall ever again.
Listen, I was sat there waiting.
Yeah, you owed me money, but you don't owe me money anymore. There you go.
Yeah, no, but it's 2.something million that's cost me.
Okay, it's not
Why
my
are you
problem.
pointing your gun at me?
How's that my
You
problem?
scare me.
I'm a bit confused how that's my problem.
Well, I want to know if you were paying anything back towards it
You
since
can
I've gone
fuck
down
off.
nearly
I'm
2
not paying
million.
you shit.
Okay.
Damn.
Hey, listen.
Yes?
He's broke. I've got more money. You're not paying me.
You said I'm
This
broke.
This is why I had a gun out.
You think
because-
I'm broke?
Hey, listen.
Oh,
listen, I'm
please,
not
no.
gonna-
Say I'm broke again while I laugh in my multiple digits.
What's your multiple digits?
7.
You're at 7 million.
No, I have 4.3.
Okay, well, guess what? Come on.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
Are
do.
you still trying to buy my car for 1 mil?
No, you're all right. I'm going to keep my money.
Okay, dude.
He's broke. 100% he's broke.
He is.
That's okay.
He's
I'm gonna let
100%
everyone
broke.
know you're a scammer.
He is.
He
He
has
spends his money on stupid things all the time.
100% has no money.
Yep.
Yo, Mrs. Dobby with another 20
He spends all
bomb.
his money on stupid things.
Thank
He
you.
bought a plane. Bought an F1 car.
I think I heard about that. I don't know, a
Yeah.
while ago now. I can't believe I just did fucking therapy.
Well, this is your job.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, my job's being a fucking judge. I already have to handle
No.
therapy of fucking CJ and Rodney. You see how they fucking beef.
That's all right.
Literally like two blonde chicks fighting every now and then.
That's all right.
Yo,
Rodney's
Mrs. Dobby,
great.
thank you so much for another 20 bomb. Oh, this is... No, they're good, but Jesus Christ, when they bicker hard.
Except, oh yeah, I didn't tell you.
What?
Rodney enacted an illegal search on a seizure of a property.
What?
Wait,
what happened? Sorry.
So, someone was renting a property off a gentleman, agreed a price increase with them. That gentleman who owned it may have fat-fingered an extra zero, which we can attest to because when we got him to change it, he spent about 5 minutes counting the number of zeros.
Oh no.
At which point, Rodney got super angry and rather than talking to anyone about it, demanded one of my lower ranked officers go and put a police lockdown on the property. Which was, yeah, good for
When was this?
about a couple of weeks back.
Oh.
And I believe Daniel raised it. I don't know if he sent
No,
you
actually,
anything.
wait, I think that was dealt with.
That's all right.
Sorry, there's a lot of things going on, so I think that one was
Yeah,
dealt
that's
with. Yeah, I think it was dealt with.
Nice. Cool.
God, my brain.
That's all right.
I just therapist.
Listen, you've got it. You're okay. You want to buy an S Plus? You've got loads of money.
Gaming, that's not what Elite did. Elite did it on his actual RP character. Again, if he does it on his content character, it's different. That's not what happened. He's doing it on his proper thing. He got like hired and everything. So what's up?
What?
What?
I'm going on my car.
I have a lot of millions.
Yeah, I've got 2 S Pluses. You want to buy an S Plus?
How much?
It depends. Which one do you want?
I've got 4 mil to fucking fly. To be fair, I've just paid Jenkins out of my pocket. So
I have a Bugatti.
That's nice.
Oh, it's packed over there.
Oh. I'm tempted. How much? How much did you sell me this?
Currently in the dealer for 2.6.
You can fuck off.
I'm just saying.
I'm not buying that for 2.6. How much did you
Make
buy?
me an offer. Max upgraded. Beautiful, you know. Right.
How much you pay for it overall?
The only honest truth?
What does that mean? Did you scam the system?
How would I scam the system?
You've done it before. I don't know. You'll find a way.
Yeah, if you want the honest truth.
EMS drama's crazy from this view. It's always hard. It's always content.
All in
I
all,
don't
1.7.
Fucking what?
Yeah, because Dan decided that, you know, S pluses were going to be 1.7 mil. Oh, 1.6 mil.
What?
And then 100k in upgrades. And then he decided against that because he realized how fast they were.
What?
You know. So now he's put them above what the S2R was, which was 2 mil. So now they're 2.6.
Hold on, phone call. Yes, how can I help?
Motherfucker.
What's up?
At least said 500k back then.
Bye. You're broke. I can hear it in your voice. It's rasping.
Listen, I'm sat at 2 mil and 38k. Nah, listen. I haven't. But you did take me for a.
So what's up?
You did take me for a dickhead.
No, I didn't.
It cost me
How did I know? How was I supposed to know the economy was going to change on those cars?
Listen. If they went back up to 2.7 million, I'd go and sell the bastard.
How was I supposed to know?
That's what I'm saying.
Confused.
I feel like it'd be fair sending me 500k.
No, fuck off.
Right, scumbag, get ready.
What? Elite's just trying to hold on. Elite's just trying to make viewers watch something. Yeah, but then he can do it on his content character gaming. If he's doing it on his RP character, there's consequences in RP. It doesn't matter if he wants to do it just for content. He's got a character for that. Do you know what I mean, brother? That's kind of the perspective. If you're playing, like if I play on my normal character Frenchie, anything I do, there's consequence. If I do it on the Houdini character, it doesn't matter what I do. You know what I mean? I'll do you 1.9.
You know what? For you can have it for 1.9.
1.8 deal.
No, 1.9.
I need to double check my funds.
Because you're broke.
No, I've got 4 mil.
I
just need to double check if that's all my money or not. I'm having a doubt now. Like, hold on. Is that all my cash or is that some gov cash?
You've been gathering money from someone.
I'll let you know. But I'm pretty sure like a lot of that.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's mostly. I'll let you know.
It's okay.
But I might keep hand of it.
That's fine. I'm not selling any criminals.
Also, I'm a bit worried. Ralph called me and he said, "Oh, you'll see." Since I told him I'm not paying him money for his bloody car.
Oh yeah, he's gonna try and murder you.
What?
He has priors for attempted murder.
Are you trying to kill me?
No, why? I want to kill you.
I don't know. You ended that call very ominously.
It's what I do. You did me in. I know it's not your fault to say.
What?
Listen,
let me give you an example. It's like if you bought a PS5 secondhand, right?
Too much, and you don't let me speak. Let me speak. Listen. If the roles were reversed, and you were in my position, as a fair and goodwill gesture, and I just said, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm keeping 1.5 million, and here's 500.
That has nothing to do with me.
Listen, I know it's nothing to do with you, but it fucks me royally. Like you've lost a bit of money,
to do with
but not as much as me.
Yeah, again, it has nothing to do with me.
Hey, listen, it's what it is. Like I said, if roles were reversed, I'd have sent you a bit, and I felt bad.
I've heard your reputation as a car salesman.
My reputation's nice, thank you. Tell me. One time I fucked someone over in a car sale.
I hear you upsell cars.
What car? I need evidence.
I don't remember from Harry. Some civilians I've talked to.
What car? I've not upsold anybody.
This was a while ago now. I don't know.
Bro, last time I sold a car were about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, no, this was like, I'm talking maybe months ago now.
No, listen, I've got records on all my cars.
I was told not to buy a car from you.
Why? VIN check it, you see title, you can see everything
your
from
prices apparently are pretty bad.
My prices are not more. Listen, 9 out of 10 times under.
Pictures like if let's say I bought, I don't know, a secondhand PlayStation 5 because they were all out of stock, right? So I got a scalper price. And then they decided to restock them, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, the market collapses, and I don't control that.
Hey, listen, I'm not a scalper, and I don't.
But it's example, like if you get like a limited item, and here we go. You get a limited comic, right? It's rare, or a trading card, and all of a sudden the company decides we're gonna reprint these for no bloody reason, and then they just do it. It's like, well, yeah, and then you imagine you call that deal. It's like, yeah, well, your card's worth nothing now because they reprinted it. It's like, well, I can't control that.
Listen. This is not a car. This is an F1 car. And like I said,
it's a nice car.
If it were me and roles reversed, I'd have sent you 500 as a, I'm sorry, this is what's happened.
Trying to rip money out of me when nothing to do with the situation.
Listen, it's what it is. It's what it is. Listen,
I get you're trying to hustle. You're trying to hustle.
I'm not hustling.
You're hustling.
I'm not hustling. I've got 19 cars sat there and I've got 2 million bank. I'm golden.
I thought you had over 4 mil.
No, I just said that to like because you're throwing your dick about.
I will.
If I'm gonna go through all the cars, I'm probably sat about 10 mil.
I can't say that sentence. I was about to say, do you want a sword fight? But I can't say that. I only do that with other LEOs.
What?
Don't worry about it. I do it with other people in the law and judges. We sword fight every now and then.
Right.
We grab some swords and we fight. You never tried that?
No.
You should do it. There's a sword called the rapier. It's like this pretty like it's fencing. It's really good. Just try fencing. It's a good sword fight.
You've got one eye.
Yeah, that's how I lost it.
Okay, right. Well, I'm gonna go.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This weird as fuck. Go bye.
Sure. Bye. How long can Ralph go without committing a crime? Oh, I don't know, man. Gaming, Elite just trying to. Yeah. That's the only perspective gaming. I'm trying to say like the gaming like Elite's fine to do it. It's just do it on your content character where like there's no consequence. Because we do like obviously we're in a position where we get a bit of privileges gaming, so we can do characters that have no consequence to them. So content characters. So anything I do on the Houdini character, there's no consequence. Elite plays it on his Rufus or whatever character, there's no consequence. So he could BMS on that character and it doesn't matter. But the fact that he got hired on the character that actually has a record, all this, in RP, we have to deal with it. You know what I mean? So French, you have a character, blah, 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 blah. One character streaming. I never understood because, yes, that's kind of it. Because it's kind of easier just to be able to have scripts. Because we want to play legit. We like playing like serious and, you know, being able to actually play. But we don't want to, with 2.0, we really want to try and play without having to despawn stuff, spawn stuff. Does that make sense? I need to get him off the phone. Murphy's the therapist. Bro, what the fuck was that? I mean, it's RPN today. Hopefully it settles a little bit. We'll see. Hopefully they do some stufferinos. I don't want to have to bring it up to the mayor and stuff. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Wild. That's a wild statement.
Hello, this is your friendly neighborhood most handsome fella. I am looking to...
Yeah, when does Elite get his Rufus character? Yeah, but that's not an excuse gaming. Like, it doesn't mean like, oh yeah, that means he can do whatever the fuck he wants on whatever the hell he wants on this current character. Like, oh yeah, because I want to give people some fun. Okay, let me spawn a tank and go blow people up on that character. You know what I mean? He can't. So that's what I mean. There's a character to do like just the content stuff, make content, do stuff for viewers. And then there's like, let's play a little bit more, so, like more story-driven character, getting goals done, and that's his current character. But yeah, I miss you watching Before You Terrorize Town. We still do it, Rushmore. Like I was doing a Valanep and a Trey the other day. Like it's just we like. I'll be honest, Rushmore, to give you guys a bit of perspective on that, right? To give you guys a idea. Like we've always wanted to play the server ourselves, like properly, because we always did it from an admin and a bloody content perspective. Or like for the, you know, before GTA 6, let's actually play. Like let's make some character, like let's make our characters proper, and we'll just have a variant of them or something. That's the reason. Like if not, it's just, you know, we never really get to experience it properly. So that's like why we do it. It's not. It's like because we do the content stuff. We've been doing it for years, and the 4 of us terrorizing everybody for years. So it's like let's do that on separate occasions. Sorry, but we still do it, just not as much. It's not every day, Next thing you need to do is talk to Bucket, Hatchie, Dan. No, I think that one's. I don't know. They're all RP wise. They're like all going at each other. So it's I think it's because they already quit. There's no real consequence. Like they already kind of stepped down, so it doesn't really matter. Like Bucket and Lexi stepped down, so it doesn't matter. And there's Hatchie and Dan are doing stuff with the government, so it's like it's all kind of just flowing. You know what I mean? So there's no real need. Gary with the 10. Yo, Dobby, thank you so much for the 20 again. Sorry, I was in the middle of a scene. I hope you're still in chat, Dobby. Mrs. Dobby, I hope you're still in chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. With the 20. And yo, Gary with the 10. We're over 100 members. Now, chat, there is no after hour plan today. I'm very sorry. Yeah, thank you so much to both of you guys. Absolute W's. I am not doing after hours today. I do need to go tomorrow. I'm leaving. We're going to try and get vlogs going over the weekend. I'm heading over for a little bit down south of Ireland. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. Yeah. Can you do something like actually play back and forth? We've just been doing RP for 3 hours, King's Cup. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm always here. Oh, appreciate ya. But yeah, chat, we are gonna probably end here for tonight. I was hoping to swap on Frenchie, but this took a lot longer than I expected. You know what we'll do? We'll do a pre-hour stream, all right? Tomorrow we'll go live earlier, but I have to do live earlier now, actually, now I think about it. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can write. Oh my god, what's Harry want? Yes.
Are the government getting their financials audited?
Yes, I already sorted it. Why?
Oh, okay.
Why?
Just because Rodney was telling officers, and I thought, well, that sounds concerning. But the fact that Rodney's just telling random officers that they're getting looked into.
I think it's like it was a public demand. Like loads of people were talking about it.
That's all right.
Weeks ago, you know what I mean?
It's okay. As long as that is a thing.
No wrongdoing was found. So yeah.
Nice. I love that.
Actually, the government bank account's better than it's ever been. Surprisingly, it's generally better than it's ever been.
Dan was telling me.
It's at 27 mil. I'm shocked.
Nice. Yeah,
I don't know how they've got the account so high.
Pretty good.
$27 million in the government account.
He said that. He said he's purchased a few things as well.
They've invested in some projects that are in construction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, you know what? I'm kind of shocked. I was like, okay, that's wow.
No, he did say that things were moving in the right direction. So
yeah, they're doing really good. I'm kind of surprised.
Bravo.
Yeah, as I know they were doing bad financially for a little while. They picked it up. I don't know what strategy they approached, but it's working.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. No
worries.
Have
a good one.
You take care. Right, let's raid someone, chat. See, who can we raid? Because I do have to end. You know what? We could raid a... I was going to say we could raid a lineup, but... we could raid also... Yo, you know what? We'll raid Elite. Go share some love on Elite stream. We're gonna share some love on Elite stream. I do have to go off. So yeah, chat, I have to go. I have to leave you all to it. Chat, take care. Have a wonderful night. Thank you again. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing an earlier stream. I'm gonna see, maybe we'll play some Mecha Chameleon. I might get a group together. Oh, Bucket, you're in chat. Maybe if you're around tomorrow, maybe some Chameleon. I'm gonna see. I don't know what time. Actually, no, I don't even know what time, to be fair. I'll see. Might be doing some Chameleon tomorrow. Everyone have a good night. Take care. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm gonna raid Elite. Everyone share some love over there. See you all tomorrow. Love you all. Bye bye. Ciao.